But you say also when you might serious because at the Pebia Chill now what done there still as what I say I feel now for readjusting or more realigning and easy sir. Hey, what done? Okoye mistakes say oh daka krabia say wait to me after oh I want to go see tam. The Mr. Money now bra the bomb pie na so for do na no mo hwe asebre na no anie wo de wo mra yo sabo na iya fa so sim na wada it e bre we nso e bre a umpire no esa se onyame anim se wada no eye mafia so wada no it was sorry so sorry bra na obo gaga obo say yes na eye adwuma kama na cameraman na ifa no afi na fu se ban a ono de wa be di afia e nanko a
na da so
Machi about the same.
Oh, Nyankopon adom.
Unya shopping so make catch roll. Your shopping no tem. O pesado do 24 for jato baby it is a new brain so jack yen yen tem. Oh, I don't ready obeto.
Obeto.
As you obetwin twen na
sikako like omo ese omo mu bi mo de ton.
E bi gusu
yen tem na wa cha so beto. Because obi any down so. That's how other wild dogs. Well, wild dogs are both.
But block or it obi any damn so.
Sir, to send it in some more.
It's a second
sir. You know you're trying.
Also so the bay e kolai ka o kan kolai o kan no.
E cha na.
It's obi any damn so.
Sir, ti yen in tem.
You see if any damn so.
Any a long time. The whole of last week me any down so serious.
Hey, what do who shame say?
It's ya no abana this week abeto so.
Wow. Eti me semu when you entempa mo nkodi mu dwana mo ntime gibre relax na mo nye nnuane hye ntade na nyame asese afi no umpe nyame adom ode afemo eti ode afemo no also na seda man na also ne adofo kakra bi ene kra de omicron eno na me tie se pa me omicron na o say there be omicron ene omo ya de entempa
ana ese ne ba ndu kan ya pa
omicron na obi asosire kwa na me so ya beka de bia third fourth second then wave
ye mu no na fofora sa
oh eti
na wana te wa otwetwe
eti esem a na nyina so mu tutu ma na mo yi na mo hwe mu kita ho de yi go ya de no aye ne ho bibia ewo ho ye koso da wase na ye cherish so say wo option the choice ne mo bibia da no o say multimedia ye platforms nyina na on ye beto abasakom titu eye Adom TV efri sabe kopem say no nkorobo Welbeck Kofi Ampedu ogina ye chi den dache hene Priscilla Vodafone Anaman set designers ne cameras ne lights ne control for sound for makeup for na driver for the buy na no we are forever grateful lighting for na the domas for concert because camera for and so domas pa it is a whole team and here this ejumedi ya to this bedroom e dey brafia bibi hono makwete
bibi ho na ho ma che so anya bete jatanie na Yusuf
yeah
and also for Israel and PRO kwache one me boy we na ya minim ni din also omoni din to no so ka ho and sound yeah
dem so mpeka sama
ya ni din dey say Dennis
okay
na ho abiom na makeup also Florence Esther and Eugenia
omo makeup
omo makeup nti e do so nti e bia uhu dofu bi eyes o asori eyes o ntere nka na de okwa adwuma so yanti udi da ya me ya dom na afa na ko na wie ya mu na e say
ye ba me display o mu nyina
because who set I fee
also Frank Senpai fast wa ba also na mo so we fi na we fie fo hwe
I no no
me nya hwe ankomo ma me di keke kwa mu wait me eno so ntre se enkofa bibi nkofie wa ye adwuma
ye nkasa bebre
o twem eno so ntre se wa ye adwuma bosu makoma ko dumi no wa wo fo ne wonchi uwe fie o mo kura so de kakra be de ebeko so I say ya dum ya my voucher bi wa 4000 bi wa
oh my o kan samo dey 4000 voucher no kwa 4000 now u pay so say oh my yesterday
o kan samo
da bi na sa wo kan obi hwe
na mi ya dum bi o no kan exactly that's the problem you have o kia kasa muntie
dey na
o no ho bato me sesen wo me ka asema me ka untie asema me ka che o se ya o na me ya dum a omo ma voucher bi 4000 3000
oh yo unko a mo
Nyame wofa ana ma chiri bana.
Eh any all dey oh wow any ewie ye beba ka no ho abeje.
Okay Jiru o wo ni beba.
Ai ba ma menka bibi.
Yes.
So was a pen
room.
A pencil bar any code no me ade.
Yeah.
Enti no obi anhwe mo no ho ban.
Exactly.
Unya nkuto a tobi. De asra no wano papa ya pa.
Ya pa me say.
Enwuda.
Me wo Techiman.
Wano papa ye no.
Techiman ko ha de yehu pen kra yi.
Yehu me say aba.
Oh,
mba. Anyete.
Na to aso working tampon ni ko se hono no ko dia.
Ah na yesi kumase a wo bi e wo ho no. Ha de ze yehu.
Ha de ya he bibi na
na ha de na nsuo kura timi to. Say wunim say nsuo to area na ha nto ha. Nti e situation o say e fine ayi. Baba ko ameka aba tan ni awofo. On say wo na e ba say no. Ni enu nsuo na ye de massage nkura no ne ade. E se onya akoko nsuo. Akura za wo ma nsuo a ye ne de na wo
di tu akoko wa.
Sa na so wo kodware no no wabu nsuo hia wo say ye dware nkura na minim say wo experience bi a ye bu nsuo hia ne a ye bu ayi. Mesiansa. Sa mesiansa. Ti sa nkura no wo mo wia wo mo ye say na kwakotom. Ti no so ye issue wo mi ani na ho. E na e de nkwan besu. Akoko nkwan ne aponte nkwan. Sa.
Wo suka se besu. O ka he mani. Me nye jifa.
Na sa me no na ye. Tu na say me wani. Ana me ka sa me nka. Sa me ne communication.
We de me pe communication. We de o camera de o camera mu.
Na de sa na ko.
Ebesu. Aponte nkwan ebesu. Na me ebesu ame no.
Me hu wani mo mai hu wani mo e de ebesu ana.
Sa de tie.
Sa. But this time no me pe fish. Sama Canada. Red fish. Any adwene.
No si e be ko fa kase bo no. Na.
Tamaso.
I come me kai ahwefo no say.
Na sama na me wo. I mean see aton wo jom. So man he ba ko di dwana ba. Wo be ko fi ampadu nyame ya adoma 31st on be tena no aye show no. Ne ya direct no. So ati ase. Aha, ni nyina ka ho. E na ye. Eja hihye nso this time e wo soro.
Yeah.
To bia nso no hu yie. Wa mo num cigarette num ne ade wonum ya na do na atia so sa na ya mo ye sa ya ye kotwa be
na mo ye careful
and na won say ene ma na ye dry ti ho na wo hye ade a ekoyie gina ho
mo bokusi no kusi bo fo no
nti e da so
bom pop o ba twina wa twe ade ne tintin no ne ba you know
nyame nka obia na ekwan mu nso yenya careful mo de one light nam ka kese pa na one light ube hu ka se moto ato betwa hu na sa ya demu
ase na so fi
serious
bia to kwan ni
so hu kwan yo na omo dashboards no omo ready the also ana because eye me nwanwa because bia na bia na wonam no na ho ye sum enti why confuse me. Oh, a general statement I mean make it say like omo show light no. Omo ready ade because say bia baby awonam ne yesum a. Wo ba no say wo hu say o highlight no blue ana say color wo de ye aso. It also what so. I see ehwe ni nyina na you know markings no. Oh. But this time I say no some company for ayo.
Ana moto no cross no. And o make for light bi to moto na another year see.
I say police for the bi no. Sa light wo de kire nya kura. Sa blue na so na blind one.
Catch Frank. O de asan o car no sa na car post for one beche. Because motor no ba wa nya careful. Bo fi say ade bi na yeah.
Ani abobo ye nua no. Abobo ya afu.
By a sword the Ghana for this say a sword.
Me anya careful. Me anya careful na by fo bi anyway.
Dey hear ba ko so say Mr. The auto bia wa bonte no. Hwe expiry date no. Because Yanum womb, sir, Yanum so want to make money. It be so a in Crata from come and on the far from one day, bear 2029, they are from one boy. The old try careful. They ought to be careful. Yanum was system because they also want to make money. Into one on cat here. Then there be a credit. Yam a brew pa, yam a brew, coffee, a beam yam, garden, coffee, at the frat. A can't say. In Katia. Yeah. It's you're careful. It's someone the old Tobiano and the sauces in Anya reliable. Can any say could your restaurant be about Coba restaurant behind the restaurant kitchen and no more market case Ghana and Kwan and Nipako Fatuan to so for my uprati Koyam yet.
I mean, Chuano, is it Sunday? Nkranso omedi kenke.
Yeah.
Ti me lady no. No koto kenke. Akora wanya 6 years. Ohun papa no say e soup na. Hey. Makopa na ensu atan ho. Am say ntim bedi we agum yam. Ensu epo. Tese otubu say afratie ni bia tomatoes otubu say product abo.
Tete kra.
Hey, na ni papa. Hey, ade ayeto.
Man so that say do na aduane no ofom papa. Omo asa papa. Otimi di ochobo everybody say
nkoye wa wonu aduane no asa de obehu am.
Nka de do na aduane de asi fom.
Hey,
asi fom say time. Amuna mo say Efansia na ko fa kaze. Efansia ko fa kaze. Ya edi ni omo.
Ya asemo.
Edi ni omo papa. Ya ko fa kaze bo no echi na ya to eji.
Omo na mo se de.
Ya ko
No sia boade mama me mamunyina ache me mo akwa Badwam TV no sia kase so ena bina no pen samasie na brason sa woti bie sa Adom kase ensam ne de todwa wo mu bi a wo betini Ghana TV service se de wo call rebranding ya de mu nsam no ebebro edo bia se hire so ede atodwa wode asase yantam 40 acres atoho momra meje na technical and vocational training institute mo fa bi mra new edo bia se eno ni nsem bi na no pay mede bro Adom TV Badwam kase bra Facebook/Adom TV kase no ho anopa mi amesom mo medin afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni die kwan so yentie se de nsam ni kiremu ankasa etie TV service esan na wotwe atwa mu empanifo sheda paw ho entoma ne hyehyɛ foforo a wode ba hunti no womo eba besesa womo aniema mu kakra che se rebranding yeniema foforo bia be ma no ayakono ayefe na obabunu bia so do hu wuramu a onim sa de pa na do hu awuramu Adom TV kase ko dwumede na se etwa so
se oman we beye yie na national development be badia TV te ade baako a odi na kuma betum na ansa na ebeye yie pa no e de gise ye di agencies na beye baako na se ne ba social mo chro nyina be baako caricon die obi besua wo bumpurugu yoyo se oba Accra is the same thing na de ni nua wa Accra asua unlike first na bibia ye bibia ye basa se de ni nyina bae na parliament G2 mu no Ghana TV service to say na Ghana education service no na Ghana education service almost secondary school ni basic grammar but TV de insane adwuma tie uniform so ba besisa wa ni nyina ka brand no ho wo TV ni o school a bia wa hye coat ni tie ni trousers a ni bag o kita ya brand ni TV school na yen wo call workshop so a yen overall very nice one branded with our PPEs near protective personal protective equipment all those things no on man penny ba be say bibia because it to give a new face say nebe as time goes on crofo be choose say omoma ni wards be ko TV school chain grammar school no me can say grammar school ni nyu ye but on say no e dey na market ni pe crofo a no immediately now why engaging who question history uba nipa ne be
bayento akase no so edubia sehene okuya hia oduro pani benkran eso ode asase yantam 40 acres atoho asantemantam mo soafo wona mampani mo meje na ni wadubia se mo mesi TVET ni bi wo ho na wo mabu no so mfe no so enya dwumanye Adom kase eto so
ye hwe ne amboa amadubia se mabunu o manya adwuma ade yensa ye abie o man kasa adwuma afa nipa esin se o mo beko akwa kokochi akopa adwuma Anything me mpanyifo yɛtena ase afi yɛtwa mu no yɛgusu yɛnyae ɛsɛ ɔtomfo ɔbɔ baabi na onyae a na ɛho hia no ɛno nso nti mayi asase kakraka 40 acres sɛ regional minister Fatu ɔmampanyin anim sɛ adubiase yɛhia technical vocational training institute sadia yɛsre yɛmfa ma mɛyɛ a adubiase yɛde yɛsa bɛsi yɛbo sɛ yɛnya technical vocational training institute na mmom regional minister ɛne ɔmampanyin mo yɛ sadia na ma adubiase no na ɔmampanyin so nikomu dwono kɔpem sɛ akora no kɔ na okonya nsa no dwuma na osua wie a ɔba bɛdan aban sɛ ɔpa adwuma ɔno akɔbie na adwuma.
University of Ghana branch University Teachers Association NNA adwempo National Executive Council no Emma UTAG womo adwene yese aban no enhyehyɛ bi womo sika bi nom ne ade womo ebedi atomo no womo sa adane womo adwene se won ane kai wono mo bo afri se kwan ya mpanifo council no efa aso agitum na nya sa na womo nyina adwene ho ti no womo ansusu ye UTAG the council no womo adwene nya no na mpanifo gina so edigitum ti womo de nyame ya dompa na afi ebesimu no se nyina ye hyemu na UTAG ti asede a ene ombeye ye kyerɛ ombegya adwuma no ade ato ho adom kase eto so.
Last week Friday you share your members no must you there be on to musa na we share universities are and so na a true so ma reject MWA no emumi ensampo ye de omubomu a omododo edo so sen enkai na aka ne nyina enti no entumi mba se University of Ghana ha ye lectures wa ya kobro 2000 students wa ha ya kobro 70,000 na yentumi mfa ya hon compare another university ono wo come school for any lecturers nyina bomu a bi kro mo nkodi 200 po wo enti na omo pa che se nipa na ewa ha no and other universities na ejet na edo so sen nipa ewo omo ka se the status quo must be maintained enti no empanimfo you share more. I'm on way doing behind the scenes, but I said they don't want to commit. And you know, the point is this: this is what our members are saying. Ordinary university teachers no more harness, I no more can. Monsieur, my sitting yet conditions of service here poor. And you know, me chidi say, about him near obiti me.
Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Enin Yeboah. Ene wakwa kwa gender-based violence court ehun toma wo go so ne bebia ni wo Western North mantam no emu sebe ya ankura yetoto wo mo na ne ye wo ma yakayaka de no ye de bekosa court ho ne ye de ne ntem hariso e de amawo.
The rights of children are sacred and any violations constitute a breach of their fundamental human rights. Man or woman, child or adult, no person should have any of his rights impinged by another, either covertly or overtly. Article 4 of the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child provides that the best interest of the child should be the primary consideration in any decision making. It further provides that a child who is capable of communicating his or her views in all judicial or administrative proceedings must be given the opportunity to do so. The child shall be heard either directly or through an impartial representative as a party to the proceedings, and those views shall be taken into consideration by the relevant authority in accordance with the provisions of appropriate law. The judiciary is undoubtedly imposed with such a responsibility by the 1992 Constitution and the Charter. In entirety, gender-based violence is an age-old phenomenon, and an untold number of cases reported worldwide on abuse against women and children specifically. However, over the last decade, these cases have significantly increased, with more cases of sexual abuse and gender-based violence. Research highlights that in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, physical and emotional violence against children has peaked, as well as the risk of forced childhood marriage.
Men komra shebedwa fiem na kokuma wa mra shebedwa fiem se nei 11 no wonyi ntumu na nyi ntumu china committee ya wo mo ehwe finance so ho no mkoko pieye ene de ombeka no wo maka wo mujromo na so e wo sesa 11 no enya de so wo ji atomo emu ntwemu Adom TV kase etwa so.
The chairman decided to exercise his right under the casting vote and voted in favor for us to consider the e-levy and the certificate of urgency. We do not believe that we should boycott it, and we should sit in and where possible, as much as we can, we get the bill improved or deleted completely. To start with, we propose that we delete the clause 1 of the bill that imposed the tax at 1.75%. We have said that we do not believe that mobile money transactions should be taxed. Our posture is that don't tax Momo. Don't tax Momo.
Final decision on that, because that is the bone of contention now. And that is specific to say that all individuals, your money in your bank accounts, when you transfer it through any other individual or transfer it to any other person, they want to tax 1.75. But even more importantly, the minister did indicate to all of you that he was going to engage us further. He told you when he held a press conference. At the meeting, we asked the minister whether he was ready to reduce this obnoxious tax, at least to even cushion Ghanaians. That is to say, even if you won't listen to the NDC, at least would you listen to the people of Ghana, the mobile operators, mobile money operators, and all those in the industry and reduce it? The minister said that he wanted a certain revenue, and so he would not reduce it. But let me assure the people of Ghana, like the ranking said, the NDC remains resilient, committed, and determined to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian. This is just the beginning. We are poised for the floor and would encourage you to follow what happens at plenary and on the floor. We'll continue to do that. Thank you very much.
That's why you want to say, "Bejafiemu na minority leader so and I was say, what you know, want to see the entire Kufuadu Memway, Bosnia Bongoa, Debia or Bobosia, or Montana, and more Bobosia be a beam to the Wasadiaba, so a moon to mono, woman into Munde, into Muchna, Adom TV, Cassie, etwaso.
My earlier submission, I was relying on Article 1813 and 4 of the 1992 Constitution, so table to take note when I referred to the table on page 6. And I still think that we should distinguish between the loan and the grant so that we know what Parliament is doing. But Mr. Speaker, may I refer you to page 8 of the committee's report, contingent emergency response component. But Mr. Speaker, how much is the contingent emergency response component? We need to know. I've seen some figure there, but you are referring to the project is expected to end 30th September 2027. We need to know the proper amount designated for that purpose. Then, Mr. Speaker, when you come to component 2, enhance governance in support of sustainable artisanal mining. Do we really need money for enhanced governance? We have all the laws in Ghana, we have all the institutions, we have all the structure. So probably next time, the Ministry of Lands and the Ministry of Finance must negotiate better where to direct these funds.
Mr. Speaker, it is important for us to know that the committee's work is to look at the terms and conditions of this loan. In fact, the loan is a World Bank loan. It's a standard IDA loan, where we have a 30-year term made up of 5 years grace period and 25 years repayment. There's a service charge of 1.5% and an interest payment of 1.37%. Mr. Speaker, the grant element is 18.85%, which falls short of a minimum concessional loan. Mr. Speaker, for the records, even though it is a World Bank standard loan for middle-income countries, it is important for us to know that it is not a concessional loan, but indeed it is one of the cheapest loans that we have contracted this year.
Opposition parties ahudo bi so NSNPP amadokuo no sana anu adai na wotwetwe mu iko kumase se wokoyen sakraye ewo wom constitution mu na wi akire no show no de eda di pefe so man sika no say omo boy nkasi so Adom kase ni bi edi nkomo yi
ade amu be bo dade atudwa ama obi wo enfuaso anase adwonfoforo bi a watimi di aba no mo mani pa we nyina be bodompem ama mo nyina asa akọ afede mo naro no akọ mani pa kakra bi no madi sade ama the whole party except the Nakufo Ado ni leadership no nkoyi except until leadership passe except MPP structures on fanya aduma
ntia de ye TV animu a ye hwe no na ye twani ase nsachaya a omo so omo be ye no omo constitution mu na be de ye be ba so omo so a cars mako be ye 300 V8 akese e ba krom ha be sei omai sika de to petrol no emfa so bi ama so MPP no ankata no omo si sei ye kwan so na wo ye party na wo be ko opposition na bonsama fra wani no asesi waso
revenue mobilization we may expect it 100.5 billion and say ye tua momuru kwa se bibia na nche ya mana na ado 38 billion e kwa ko service ye debt 35 billion e wage bill 16 billion was infrastructure e ho no contractors ko do ka over 20 billion e discount se ni sakra ashe e digana bibi fufu bia ni wa e beba
Ghana mampeni Adom Akufo Ado den sambia to dwasa Ghana yani so ade hunu no ye mbota yesa by 2030 de na ya nyakra renewable energy be 30% de no ye de aye adwuma owogidi arehwemu sesekoba ne saade e beboa ye ohawa ye nya free nsase mu ohawo ane abani die no e bebrase fei fango bo ho nsam so e ya de no so e beba fomo Adom TV kase e twaso.
The government has committed itself to a 10% target by when? 2030? Am I right? Yes, by 2030, and a bigger figure by 2050. What figure is that? 50%. And 50% by 2050. These are major objectives, goals of the nation. And it is for obvious reasons. All of us have understood about the damage to the environment and to nature that the traditional forms of power generation have generated across the world. It's true that in our part of the world, the damage has been relatively little, but nevertheless, we have to be in the forefront of the science. So to have a challenge that focuses on innovation in this area, I think that the Energy Commission ought to be congratulated for devising such a challenge and such a test. It means that we are being proactive and trying to stay ahead of the curve in finding solutions to now very important national goals and objectives.
Mienya no so na Adom TV Badwam kase na ha na bema kwan na ye de asie medi afia amankwa tamakla agudie mu nsam Professor Yike Wallace ede twaso ye wi afisem wo ho pensem wo ho promoto a nsam foforo bebo kwan sa Adom kase ye dase.
And the Eja no but yes afa ni twen sanchire mu e wo Ghana mem ha dia eja bo enya bedu so nam kwan so enche bi nyame adoma by 2 pm say gan na Milovan Rivac Ghana coach panyipa wetimi e den komo atia ba na ne komo de ba ne say the senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana AFCON e ade ase timi sako pm players a of course be kan some professional squad no obi nemu sa squad no achi no e champion for de gu akwan mu na coach asre say enkem bi fi up ne ten cast team ne fama no eno so komo kakra e beba
abono mienu ene dey a agie viaso ye ho empanifo bodwa data no maton safre coach edma Black Stars Milovan Rivac na watena adwamu a players ahodo oman no de omukọ AFCON 2021 no ode omudin batuya onim se AFCON e baso afia ye besim no Cameroon ena jesi omusreso na players ahodo omusipi no musita ya mpanifo adom osukwa akọfa wonom no eno na bredru su a coach yi age pene e de aton sankyerafo anim December busumi ni de toso adunu mienu company hyase wo kata anu ntimrante yamfa mudi ama ye hu omo amukọ gina oman nanim enkane no na players ahodo aduonu miensa ene CAF ema kwan na man bia adeba nanso ene watom nchini a isan covid yade ekodi ewo inti yade enum aka ho anu nti ene coach Milovan Rajevac esinkonwa players ahodo aduonu nwotwe ene ade omudin abetuya so oji hudi sensem bia wo ho no bebusa ekwa ne dem ebodo miunu pepepe a GFF atena he ho Milovan Rajevac esinkonwa no momodem money swani no yade omudin natudwa na 2021 AFCON no omakote oman nanim
International command no so etensa PM no but coach Jay Sapon a veteran coach Ghana national team senior team sample bubu bi so pen ana ne so osakita national team okita clubs bia wo hwa bo ma ne ma etia koyi papa yi ana amafo be ka bebijeta samojan emra na Accra Academy fo mpanyifo eje 12 ones no opia bebijeta samojan edihye mu a wono ekobo bo ama ne obesi akama the senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana papa yi ehese ohwese na setan esie kwa edin chinchinachi kianike efifo no omde manu bedudu sa selection ya ebe mu
I don't know if for almost a city that I have no select you. Almost long ago before Jesus came to the world. Almost selected.
Oh, coach, what am I? Oh, sir, every phone selected players, my coaches
long ago. And you can take a cook and Yantaki, Yahatamako. Just say, Lingin are almost home. What I say, the boy being Casavia, every phone only a any selection. A woman pa. Oh, woman to Caribbean Cackets or what? No crack. No crown I ain't called Ghana Hantino. And then no crack. I want to say N1 and I go. Kai fit them, I bet you Cotamali and I go. N1 speed every far easy. Sana no crack, no crab bones at home. I don't even kind of crack for once. Oh, what else? Katoko the cat say. Only thousand my coaching for your selection. Me what? Why no home? Why about why no? And the guys don't want selection. Yeah, how do you tell me? How do you tell me they can make him one draw? They know.
Coach Jay Sapon and Atene Castle in the Como 18 Satuja Fasten and Yama ACL Edema, the senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana selectioner, and they in paying for a debate in time so now for beer whom Sanama ABCA. If you unfair need to mention Crafu from there. Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Mustafa, Edin Kumoka Kretian Saba, Nenkomo dia Benansen and Sentem, your Cassinet air contribution there, went to your Ghana Memha, Watumra, Nasres and Mexico, so you may Brina, or Gadre, Quansom Facilities as need contributions. The name almost him say, clubs and as a bubu Quadra Ukrumano, one so a bit said this and she be so.
I've implemented pension program for all our athletes, particularly our national team. The suggestion is for all our national team players and athletes is for the ministry to withhold part of their earnings whilst on their national assignment, which will place them in a special retirement fund in their names. This was accomplished through the development of a comprehensive policy in collaboration with the athletes and other stakeholders. Such pension program begin with modesty with small donation, but with time and dedication, they grow to become large and solid source of decent income for retired athletes. Individual players and athletes would be encouraged, in addition, to contribute to their earnings from their playing of the national team and to decide on their own contribution to this pension scheme account, if they so desire. I also want to encourage the Ghana Football Association, the GFA, to aggressively enforce that footballers, SNIT, and other sportsmen SNIT contribution by the local clubs. Professional footballers are just like any Ghanaian worker, and we must ensure that their employers, the club, pay their SNIT contribution. The procedure should even be simplified, even more, now that the SNIT have begun the process of converting all national identity number into SNIT identification numbers.
The Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Yusuf Mustafa, and our Nema Asia Kosa, working can crack and come as a bear, a bin to found, ana wo mo bia hu se fisa bi recall national teams no kwa no o mehwe se senate contribution o betia ya mom but if you dey ni kire mu krafo from dia na se nasco for mo edwumako mo ton electronics wo so ehye bo se nyame adom na se league ne koso a player obo no ho den pa obosum no be won oba so na abaso de enye fork ana se bia eye plate ana ya mom mom nasco television betia boa na premier league na kasa kom kofi a o matimi abomani akoma e ho na me ne wo kasa die coach a friend say Dr. Prosper Neti Ogum ono aye kotokofo coach ona mpemfo ede sabas body kesi etia samane se nasco coach of the month no wafa ede esi ne so obiti be Chim United for Kasim Mingle ana Fenurudi Amadu a of Sufikin Faisa e was anhihye mu eno achi ukodin for akachi a omo made for the friend say Ishahaku Abdullahi ono so e brantie ba kwa ono so si Academy Dreams ono ana fa e nasco player of the month no ukom hwesen ne ma esi ekoso ana sabas body ana yede emamu
nasco coach of the month no one be Chim United coach Kasim Mingle and afa Nurdin Amadu ye no working face na epre na so ye tru sun tonto na do mo sukọ no adwuma Prosper Ogum e boy no na so ani wodim kunuma hodo nan ye okon tipenko baako edintimi bia daadi se papa yi modem bona soni bosumi atwa mu no ano na nam sunti a empenifo e bona basui nasco TV kakra no ye beba na baako a afa trophy ka ho no so ye de bema no enya no nko a abrante Fatao Ishaoku wosi akan de ma Dreams FC ono so mpenifo abonedin se November bosome no oye player of the month no ne abrante Isaac Opon ye wosi akan de ma Sante Kotoko ene maso abekwe ye ono wo Olympics ena epre na so abrante Ishaoku goals ahodo 9 ena fe man of the matches mienu ya onya ye no eno na aboa no a player of the month November no waje sini so ono so television kese ene mpenifo de ma no a edukuru abako beka no ho no de akofi
ni aba no ye ko house of football ka chen so dia na se togbe after the 14th ono ana executive board chairman edema bubuko no na fe so joy or double as the majority shareholder edema Accra House of Folk phobia never say die ashedu ketekana no nyankontomenante no ana nei ono so de nkomo kakra eba na nkomo atogbe de ba ne se obo glassing awako abaso na otanachi se onkoso amwa ema House of Folk inya gina be papa ewo Ghana Premier League akinsi kesi a wo mu 18 times no amafo beka glassing awako na o Great Olympics no na nkamya ye se team no eche brankasa ne kita branti ofi ho no na wo hwe Great Olympics a asom ne na mfimfin ba bia omuni ba bia omukọ ene hwese na hye ne esitie dia na eche se team a wo mu de ne Accra House of Folk so ase omo hye bre no abedi awako ho bae no omo start di nkunim.
Awako was part of our plan. He wasn't available. Junior was part of our plan. He wasn't available. Afutu was part of our plan. He wasn't available. Konedu was part of our plan. He wasn't available. Okay, each one of those could have made some difference. So the plans of Awako did not come to us as a surprise, and we expect that his experience will benefit the others. And once he keeps a cool head, we expect a lot more from him, but not only from him, but from the team as a whole. We are very confident about our ability to defend our title.
Nti togbe apede the 14th ono ana majority shareholder our class folk na tene kaso de ne komo eja no obamu a Ghana Basketball Association wo so the successful dinner gala 8 certain time so a na nya asem kumakra
Fitibra Ghana Basketball Association no to aba no empenifo yi wo mu nyina na emfa wo nkyere na so na wotwe wie ya abrewa yi puma kwan mu empenifo no bodwa data de kwasi boni be ka no dinner no wo mu hye mu ade boss wo e La Palm Royal Beach Hotel na dwumadi kese na se no empenifo to adwene a omo ya to aba yi wo mo no ya da omo di afa nsem bia ho no ya do to wo mo ni enya no nko a dwumadi ahodo e ho e de Ghana Basketball Association no empenifo sane mu a wo mo hwe ni mu se afia e besim no ombe gina brane na ekuo no afa no ntoma pafra president ya to aba yi ni foforo owura ato Van S ene kasa afa no nhyiemu a ekuo no di kwa gina mu and I watch you.
And the youth know the basketball and open echo baby and the about 11 o'clock. Na atomic na university players in Besafuna Befunya war training 11 p.m. Into October basketball day Unkofu why Mofama why ready to ball. And so why ready to one or day so yetum yes one down the curtains were all cacobo. Until I answer there, Madam Court, community courts, no Abado, community courts in Bano, sorry, anytime with my couple. Atomic Court, match the 2 a.m.
Nti basketball hon komo no youth ne de o se basketball na the man ope na youth na mpe basketball a wan hwa ne mo akopɛ no ani nye ho nti de besia na mada wase na mama mu ene hwɛ Jeffas Health Limited the Jeffas Aduru Tata hwɛ no ana etachire bu modern da akɔ eba shops ne pharmaceutical shops mu a onsa betimi akabi one expert I've always told you that betting is better than sakawa bet de utwa ne befu a na udi ne befu utwa ne kuma bi a udi ne kuma sa no manum bo modern da so sabiti aka one expert ne mo bet di wa ya tikevi atene se afadwene kakra ton indi manu asemachi entwa bet no kwasiamuli enyesa waso be hye awosna niama esia komedi Professor Ike Wallace agudie catch back up the only nomenclature the Professor's Green Sports the original Wallace and I'm of course evidence based presentation it message out that hene fantastic morning come wonderful queue no for makeup to make down Esther mu now ho awatimi sampa amobodwuma pa ma niama etia koyi involving an oscillating reporter Sergio Manuchu and after so Bernard Padibutwi o madama and any meden komo bye the act of being a good guest is to now to say goodbye.
Well, me sama machima mu ina fisha pa catch am say onyame adom kakra afini kona wie ene December ne da etoso aduonu baako. We are so grateful to Almighty God so the so achen. Whether na I know styles be but whether we are used to already go on we say afini kona wie bia na ohini be hyehye onenti be papa wano be papa one manage situation here. Na okohwemi nuanom kra de amwo efri tachima na ekọ esoro honom ne dia another story altogether. The finish show ankasa ni hu yie pa on na ha kra emfa yehundi aha yemfa yehundi aha so kra usa ye mistake kakra bi se waso ye se oba adwuma himachi o tinu mu kakra bi wan wi na ena no eno awie pepepe na afi o refi ho kra de make nyina se obonya bosumi nim ahweyie bosumi enyi ntum da se we ye bra nkwanhia ne sciences da bi ka kira ho se wo twa afi we a esan bia ebe pare wo ne wabusuafo nyina eye Ghana nkomo na mede bro no achia enso emu ye de nti America church an say onyame adoma 2022 esansa achia emu ne egusu pese etene no ye onioma bebere wa pese ja no 2021 na 2022 no ekurimdi atima ye Ghana fo ye na ye dia dedi ka America church ne say obeka nkomo amene wabo abo no say enioma dodo na oho no ma ama my Ghana ye kan kono ye mpuntu no esinto kese pa abem enioma dodo na o na nhyase se na ehyase ehyase bre nyina ehwe han a se de eya ginsem a ye aye hu bibia ne ye na aye den kakra Ghana hia also etibiri bia da no se chiw anasintoba na entimi anka ne antenetene no ne ansolve problem na ne de amanyosem ebeye problem solving for the day for the country bibia da Ghana mpuntu ni Ghana situation no ye benya problem minim se wo baabi am pesem di kodu baba men kam komo bi wi ansa na me do akowura mrashi bidwem mesre Ghana ni a ya ma otumi ya poni Ghana tumi kakra ma baabi a wo hye Ghana ni nso a wo dwom Ghana ni a shoemaker Ghana ni a centroni se wo hye ase ti ase se o mining puntu na ese da wakoma so ansa na de edi so ato so bribia da Ghana nkunim de ewie peyo na emom enei de baabi a bedu no ene se yesi boy bra no ya ye di dwa ya ye di nkomo ahodo ye wa ba adwum ye central for ye shoemaker ye kwamuka bibia ye bia kire se o my Ghana no ya to no pahwi eno na ma Ghana setena no I think kese pa yenim se aban bia ba o na studie ana o se de o ye man no so e ho tom na mom se o man mufo no susu ni o mo ban no entimi anhia de aban o so no de o pese o ya e matrimpo no se wonya se ni so ho so de hu no e ye din yi pa anope ma se metiawa de de chichiri kro ye mra an ye hwese di mra so an ye de chichiri kro bi nso ne se ekro ampanyifo nim no munue ana de sare chichiri kro se ekro nkwada ana di monim no munue mpanyifo gire se nkwada no munue we ka se woe unto you a oman a emu mpanyifo gire se nkwada asudi abeto oman so bi si da nanu da isiye ne ye se ekosoe mampanyin in ana me gina haka ase esanse eho me kire Parliament House yesi eye animonyam fie no esanse omogu hu fi omusu ni omoban na omne ye no se ya ma omo antimi anfa chopa amre yen Ghana de hye ampe kwan foforo bi amfo mo so amfa saa suwe enya de egya ne egya china eno ada he enyina na ayo ebe adwuma no miensa mpa mu ma na akopem se eye obi kan du mienu pepepe a ese onu nyina nko na no promo report e de na de koso nyoma ense na nyoma emfata iti ene de ma se bedwam no what we have resorted to is say anti bibia the next thing is chaos. The next thing is insults. The next thing is fighting. And they quite it to what is it? Of course, the interest of Yang Ghana for. Obi the e-levy ba and dom kuma muntie. O kwa the ka ope 2 miabo. It will be the e-levy ba wa ka. Or this is not but I said the wo no say ni pa no pese ono ko na wo ba. Enti edu ba bia asembisa say na wo how na say. And I think if he's not gradually getting into the worst speaker that we've ever had there, anyway, the worst. Or the worst, Bubro, or the worst. And we are one of the poorest leadership in parliament, this particular parliament, both sides. Because leaders are in control, more among call for there. And some of say, money power be. And more botokro to her. Emma, Ghana for nya kwenya, etimimo kasa se de senensi mfata. As a school phone caller. I said, Kwalan be omudia agro anwem. Ghana and shad the papa in Shado. There be a country to ye, young woman, ye can your man self fata a macrobo. And ye chuba your man. Nanka we the any. We did in Mashibja 4 could say the Azuma and Elson Jeff Fenech. A dear pa ye. Or no speaker of parliament to the bound, no fear, me, yada pa oko. And you don't cause yaria, copim say, no batono. Because Obia, a tintin in your mind, or Mojin, which I say, Obi also, or no, or a politician. There be a macamon tiase. And people, let me repeat this morning. A nipper bin more, my more, mean Casa or MPP and this year, I am from so. But you don't sheepishly and foolishly follow political parties and politicians. They have never served the interest of Ghana. They be an example on Tiasi. Abaya Abayanko, Accra Kumasi Road, Tennessee. Abayanko, Accra Kumasi Road, Tennessee. It is Mr. Ghana for, yeah, we should ignore this bunch of selfish and greedy politicians now. They are pretending that they have Ghana at heart. But it's a lie. Both political parties. It's a lie. Big one. Because mo kika mo nim chese ase mo pe Ghana mu ahodin dia ad papa bia ba Ghana ba enya no kre unfortunately for us as a country the pictures that keep coming from ayam machibijo the next one kwad etuo anasekan the next one no ye hu hwe etuo anasekan na we yakoje oman we it is indiscipline no eno na atimi aba abiribia na me ka ma aya na mo ntiase ko airport ko ye habos ko hwe kwa ba adwuma hodo na ko hwe se de Ghana 40 wa ye adwuma na keta se ne proye de memfa ho esi adokure nyina bra central adwuma na be ade bibia jinsem things are falling and they are falling apart. The center is not holding again. So clearly it's a recipe for chaos. It's a recipe for chaos. And Obia look on helplessly. The parliamentarians, the speaker, whether e-levy or no e-levy, no, as I see a behavior like this, there are no other means. I bet me Badwam Ghana and Munyam every pay on him put to it maybe payana. And you see a hang parliament. Oh, this will bring the democracy that we have matured. Hey, now America crown or maturity, no, the hang parliament. 137, and I'm really saying, you know, they don't have Ghana at heart. They can't want to say 137 in you. I didn't understand 137, no. One bet my dream ever call them crow at what to Ama Ghana, who won't abound for sure. There be a political party interest, individual interest, egos at work. And no, Ama Ghana, what you know. To ye obia manyu kuechia. I mean, can't you know, a total waste of time. It's better Obeko suku, obepo nsano juma, and obepe bibi I know ja o life am. That's why me catch say ye bodom pem say ye political rallies now the China for Omicron and COVID bar. Who is a political party bar? It's better you pay attention to your own self. Mini shika mini shika nanka bro nya abai. De ke di share ni ana. Go mra she bedwa no enmunyam ne ba na eba fom ba na eba fom ba na eba fom ba na eba fom ba na eba fom. Obi abeba be kire ma no pay. Ana ne yesi na yesi na people for gina ha na this for so ba no person yesi na yesi na obi agina ho. No man gina ho. No problem is not solved. No man yesi sir. So it's a shame. A big shame. And I'm wondering whether they think that they still carry that clout now. Now I say respect no person Ghana for them. Majority of them, they are losing outright. Outright. Because some penionphobia will say Quadadia and then Quada baby you said ask yourself. And it's a hell for a country in penionpho be able to send Quada. Then talk about whose interests are they serving? Their pocket, their families, their girlfriends, their fathers and mothers. Ghana interested in the Ketuabi. Inti anwa dwene se saa de no mo ye wo honom no ye yes Ghana ye di inti de yo no to adwene obi ani wa o serve the interest of this country with this attitude. No, it's not true. So up Ghana ye di we jaw and we come to negotiation. Ye me who like this to serve the interest of Ghana. Yeah, politicians am catch say MP crash in minister in so every day omo ebinim ko bank oji loan e ko elections ebinim to nto omo japade. Now, why are you bothered so much about that? Because if you are coming to sacrifice your country, Ghana, why? What's the problem with it? I will call extra mile to gain this power. In your power, it is sending positively. In your power, and far mass wealth, and my own, and the dim main picture, and can't say, then tighten your belt. This is what they have done to us all these years. Onyame Krani, then I say, will be an intem. Yes, politicians here, especially these two political parties, MPP and NDC. Oh my goodness. As if, but not for we. No. I'm encouraging you this morning, don't foolishly follow politicians. Don't foolishly follow political parties who create enemies for yourself. Your so-called godfathers and so-called people now, everybody lesser in the parties. Pray one kasa, you nyame de man say be wasase and na hwehwe kira kwan. You cannot get and when I can say without politicians you cannot be successful. Who told you that? How shall power the do range in political party and nipa mu? Who told you that? They've deceived us enough. We've accorded them the needed respect, but they keep deceiving us. They keep pretending. They keep behaving as if they have Ghana at heart. Who could do Christmas? Who more crown toy? Overtaking home because of Amanyasem. How many other you? Cry, be no. I mean, cow be when you know. So, mindy bet imagine brania is the contribution, positive contribution, and many me no. Ye be ye. Ni atwi amanyo semfo ni amanyo kuofo adwenesi omune ye ni omusu a ensem fata emfa kwa musi amemba okokon so o micron oda social joint o ka so okọ otete kwanche ya uja ho kakra bi dia ono so ni wadofo omuno be wi ni boko omuno wie no a sabia no kra bi ni ho ana wakọ am ya ka je so ogunya ba bi kra dam ye nya attention ma so ye besa ya de unu wa hu be wie wo get to ho ona bo nse anamo na otuye ne sebe nyansa bi anim obanyansafo biribia da ye be koso abu ne be ye nka na senda ebesia onyame adoma we are still the festive occasion obakra na sise usumpo kra na ujia no ayden no ahim we are in Christmas is around the corner. Drive safely and take care because we don't mind the community center Ghana nkomo achia nso emuye
Yada se papa ya samu akwa babiem de oba Adom TV eso man hene kwabna asanten so yada se wono so de aba betwemu e ma mu nyina so official pa biem Edamo asiafi mu nyina mo ne ye ne a nyame hira mo Facebook fo nyame hira mo YouTube fo nyame hira mo mo afie mo wo mo offices ahodo a mo hye ye nyina Nyankopɔn hira obi a baako de adu so no ye ba bedi enkomo bi na ansa no ye bedi nkomo no mame wo hye sister Georgina Osai owo sewa Nyako Senior High I ward chemso ICT department ene erade de afi baako aka won fie ho nti Georgina Osai sewa Nyako Senior High School happy birthday nko enfama na mi hira o nyame nye okese na onye okese papa kosi se obeye kese mfie a wadi no wasase so yi erade and times no birthday 4 enfama wa hoden ene nkwa ewom na enra adom kase yete Kofi Agyei ebo yamane adwene po bi enipa bi enyaye se enka ohene a owo gomu afete se nananom nko a o so wone ne mpanimfo nko a wo mo ekwa akoyi wo mo afiri ho saa na yesusu se adwene na wo mo afa no kokoyi wo mo afiri ho a bambofo te ne ntam ema wonan ye hare e wo potamu ho nti meka sei saa nipakuo no emu be enum de bambofo tuo kan wo mo bra no wo di aprapre nti wato nananom onsie do no ye Kofi Agyei ho bi mfi se nnura de na bambo mu nsam wo ho no e wo soro ye papa ade abechi nezu yesi asati sese yakumo bi o se no so etesei ewo ho na Kofi Agyei na eba kasoa ne mpotamu ko no mu nyina no a nsem si etofo mpe no ame yensa aka tidi yakoso ho no yensa nko Kofi Agyei ho ne yene ni nkomo anopei Kofi so temenka yemo afishia pa yemo akwaba edo Badwam TV Badwam so
afia mejo so
eda se papa ma okra no ni padua so na asafofro be biem na sasie ewo fetaka gomu afete
disi ameno ka say de police for ye ne say nam say na entia nya ne de police os ne chane say ne nipa no ye nipa nso no enum na police for ntaka omo na say tu ka omo a omo si so mo nyina e de konkan no disi adomo fe ne say entia nya ne chase ena uzanyo mungwa ene bae ntino de amoni abresa ko do mo hwese ummenya enkrofo na kanaka ho na ma ma dance ye ne omunsam omukan emu epi na se emu aye du sanse alipa enum ya omawi enya de a ometumi bishop bibia nemu omomatumi adwane no ana se omani abre a omo hwese ombetumi achi omo na atumi aboa police for hwemu ni ye sanse we entama di ka course na ade omune police for no enya atutuo ama omujeza police for kan ko etunu bi eguo police for kan enu na ma police for no kran so de o show so edi sanitary sanse so we waje so betu police ni to dia ne twase onu so etunu kuta onu so edidi jumadi edi sia uba ekronumu a ene da police for Central East Regional Police Command deployment patrol team eba kromo anagwezo almost like patrol kromo sa de baya ebi ani pa bofo bi ensan fetchiri engwango di bonibium so fenenu ne mpene foni nya se di kakai no ya de omoti kromo hena nkata nya de ocho on kenja no abaya no aba enji obaya no ana nkeni pane eba ba ne sa nti afia obekromo de a ehubua ana agba amamfo ezanze omo ha na nkasa no empatamu ano ya de tututu no yakunu ya bobitu ya twitwobi ya wobi sika na ya de a ekoso yie na ge fete no maba kwasem kurana omankado dem a no wo fete no na o chepantu be 7 years ne no what ni fie nwumre se ya what ni fie animu a wogem frama ene ni baby o motiti mutoso ebe sani tuogu papa su ekun ya ama menu ka se na mu kura rafi sefre jima omunyen ikura NCA no ohia na ofete na boy am ono so atona no wonse do ono zo tini fie se ya ana no nba ko sani tuogu no so aja menku a ndi tu no aka ne nsa ene na back on side ene no so omura se no ko hospital go yi abuba no ya menku an kono so ewuye feta kakraba ene nyina hye feta ase ene zo man ka no de kro ene zo be afia ni awiagede na no sole wura adam a ana nkofo be tutu atisa no zo ni nyame a anka omu yi ni firi ho ni nya na omu ahensam kakra ene nsa asesam kakra ka wa antino eno na ma aha no ye hu no eganze ni baro no twa ta so man so ode ohena ontumi a na ese ofa kwa bi no ye ofiri ho ente no ene game a ekoso ha no se ya ente na ma ekomu ayehu ama obi anso abo hu sanse omu abakwasam ente ne ne ye ni na ye ni pa na front kromu a obi a so le a no afa no wa bia se pie kura no kura ne bi pie but obi aso o pie ausuro ene no ati ebo be no so no a na ta manfo do na awura dem akoshe dem a obi akobo ne kra we sanse obi nim se bia ne ni babo bi asa so wa ba otutu na nka nipa na ne bia awoba na ba ta te fe busa ya de akoso okurum ano
Entino na se ne de ya nsante se ya bo bi tu ana bibi bie masa akoso ho
se amenu ka se de nya dia ya bo bi atu bi ena nya dia ya chi obi a na no mu nchi obi aba police on be mu chese omoni abria omu nche enche dia no mbachi sanko funo ko bo pa ne nipa na aka na edwa ne za manfama information je bre no police go crash na nanum se ma omoni nche jo fo nkasa bi esanse mo na o kasa no mo na o chere nipa kura ususu se o ta echere etima na nanum nkasa na police fo gusua no bia na fo ne police fo mpelimfo eba ho no mo a ombet ni na nanum betwetwe nkomo Ivona de nipa num na etu ka mu no amato na mo nsen no yenya obi abiem nka.
Okay, ba kofi mi enhwe we nipa num no wo hwa omu nananom aka bibi se bi omunim sa nipa num na na no mu okrom ho anso.
Nipa num no nya anya de omu firi krom ho na se de omu di ka de tu dwa no. Omu di ka che se onya intelligence ne be 2 weeks ago se nipa bi bopo e wotema. Na hono mo bopo ne se omba be ina na se weekend na na eba ekromu wa enti na na no so ba kromu won so ampa no mo cheze o mo de kan hu ni ba bi a mari na mo kromu o ze kromu e krobi a o yo ho na aframu a ahwe ye be hu ntam o ze community sinye o yo ho na ba mu a enti bi ali pa be hu o mo de kan hu na nte be mi no mi nse bi a o hwe o mo se de o mo jeja o no wa beti no ye na almost start to suspect your mutina and the confirm the intelligent omonya na police force so e di actually by now we just say I'm running the back up and obi who to identify and say friend Moses obi no hu ya obo ni dey say friend Moses na the din the mran the soft killer so then and the soft killer no and omo to identify no na na mfoni da ho a na ni kura guso no ono chore kan no o di takashi anazo o di mojashie gani to ko hui obi fence wo to bushi fence wo ne fie ho no wantimi asole na etu agba no aka no ndi ta gofo nya de omuni mo krom wo omu free krom wo ana omu yakwo ase ye said da kofa o mana se wo mo zo mema 10 gram
Kofi ndi enfo si hey na ya na wasenso na say up to now bambafo no egusu a wokro no mu a omo boban ana asubia okay ene Kofi Agye ya da se papa ya manu boni Kofi Agye na yete no kano gomu afete nipa bi bo otirimu po senko hene ombeyi na free ho no mu a bambafo ho hari nti watimi ade won sunkuni mu no ebi ne yekoti ye nchiri obi ade nanso bambafo omo ntena asem no so omo gusu ade akiri ye beto fo mo ho bia no so ye de bebramo Adom TV Badwam na aguso hwe no hwe so senne nkomo bebre wo ho fisenya Yankopon ya Adom 24th yai Adom TV 9 lessons and carols no ebeba so wo National Theatre munim de etumi ye ne kuma wood no ye kan ye ho bomude a ene wo behunu Yesu na wo hu Mary na wo hu Joseph nso ene won ma atidifo ni nyina nso no wo hu wo mo na fe ye reading lessons ni nyina nso de ka ho na ya na nwumako bi ebe kan ye ho ta ye chi e masa dwumade no etumi ba so this time there Adom TV 9 lesson no wo ba National Theatre as what you be betwea sika ai ebe je 30 ti ye first and second na covid no ho hyehyɛ no so also obiara de so pepepe obade a wo max no eso hye no so no wahye an unsa hohoro sanitizer na de aka ho na de aba if you say omicron no ono ye bibi different cry no ono so ne namu sa ye mompa ye se ye be si 2022 mu no ye nya di mfoforo bia so wahu aha omi nyina ye ni so na ya ye obi hunu say ye sheda tutumo ze no so ye di asemu but ya ye nipa yi a ye home didie de de ya yare wo ho code no so egwomu pa ti ho so ye hye no so amen komra na ye ba ye bedi nkomo yi. Yada say ubiso ya wo Adom TV Badwam say me aka cha say 9 lesson Adom TV 9 lesson or e baso den yakopon ya Adom efia da ya na ye sponsors na da roma ene ye nya ba ko ha ye ne ba bedi enkommo if you say programs ahodo no doson bebre koso nenso ono de o say Adom TV de no a eno mbeta ye e kire ntimi wo menua be ma Lewis Esien Agri e wo ha a wo ye sales manager de ma keep fit natural mineral water ewa habema na ya mu afishia pa na bibia boko de
ayehu Adom ne mpa ebo
afisa say na ke fit natural mineral water mu gira mo na so de
in fact customers no yen na ezin ye pa na yebemo yebada wona so ze kan mo mfa nchia no mu yedru fi nyan director Mr. Yafi
okay
through to my boss Mr. Adom na entire fit department fu na yemma yen customers afishia pa send Yeben wo so yen mu ye wenye na ezin ye pa in fact ye salute one na bro yen ye won display bebre mo nti ye shon nkran de won koda na wenye keep fit mineral water nje adwuma e da wona asibio
ye ka keep fit de say ojo obi tie obi nim say ye ko keep fit ye ko work no na sa de no anu obi nim ka product no ho asem kakra kire ye ne de nti a mo abeso Adom TV 9 lessons ase
yes dey fear me that see keep fit you call friend You Fresh Company Limited. You Fresh Company Limited. You Fresh Drinks. But only the targeting of farmer. Hana keep fit no. The targeting painful. And there, Ghana for an apple is in here. Na insusu yaza unhia. Intino na oma director bana dream there. Them Ghana in being and super panum ninti. Onfa them product non from Brabonti. Those can in there so be obinya typhoid. What's one thing is on Shannon Sunumi? Only thing I keep fit natural mineral water. Ya brown and so crudging a fin and cacao behind you. Ebanyan factory, a bone there. Brenton and Katesa way age more on Obia address fine. Machines or age may be beyond hotel. Only thing now, ma keep fit. And Adom TV, so the reason why I was supporting there. Adom is a number one. Say, I will be beyond as a quadruma. In fact, every only thing no ma, yen there, your Baba support a fee. 9 lessons and carols no nti yan botaye de be ya ni
wow afene kwa we yese ya na promotions ahodo no koso kefit ehye be na mo wode ma clients se be ya ne nyame ya doma Friday ye kona theater na se ne esu ho sa
see fear me that see o can ya we yan first promotion on the 15th of December ya na we yan first promotion and ekomadin na eko obi ahuni me ye kefit we say na ya dwene won ho insu bi wo heta eton enyam faso but nyanya dwen yan customers na Ghana for in the things are hard nyama isn't but yensu no still are maintain at affordable prices
okay
na nyame ya adoma 24th ye extra yan customers na de won na won bra na won bohwe 9 lessons wa Adom TV na wo boso a ye promotion be ye wo ho ye be mount stage na ya promotion wo benya nya azon kwoti nje nkwoti na wo befa what so obenya fason they will get value for money as no ben obenya on fason oboko fie na was in fason was ko fie wa mbosha za amaji wenyu keke obesan so in fason akose nde iben ye promotion keep is ye dwun won dada nti ye the bottle foam don come ye baba amount oya nyame Adom 24th nti total say ye cherish client ni na de nyame ya adma 24th wombra theater na wombo boju
e mamra giye ni ba enti kifit nsuo no e available ba bia ye benya bia na
e pay when you ya lady no bi won shop o e komala mata market onye na kaneshi nima mama obi you can name them baby aboso kaizongo junction on baby benya kifit o even na Ghana nyina so ekọ Cape Coast mamu krom Cape Coast onye na ekọ takraza bebre kifit o baby a Ghana bia benya kifit natural mineral water o send there as papa na oton no nti nsuna aton no dada na minyim da sisi aso ezi ehu ewura Adom TV ezi bibia
boy nti ye won sachet ne won bottle ana
bottle da bia bottle nkweti
bottle
nkweti
okay
bottle nkweti na ye
so bia betimi ato ya na nkofo suru bottle no
ya bottle don come ibinum waton was 13 cedi has not the 10 cedi 50 pesos
okay
yeah you when the ye co promotion we can do better
okay ti won ketwa ne wa kese one size
0.5 that is a 500 ml and 750 ml.
Okay.
Normally 750 ml na nkofo bondon ko traffic mu 110.
Okay.
Anu enu ma bi beka benya bebre.
Sa. Ese bronya word no party engagement be out me.
Onya na so natural mineral water. Onya heavy so ebotum portable ebotum carry akobe bi ebede boko bia nti se 50 point about ebotum manage ties business a onya ma na ekọ hwe ka kesi bia. We say na keep it for yadwin won. In fact, my mom for the Marconje, the Namanda, young director, I see. Sunday, so as I was a ben, Eba, apart from young Magana Funsu Papa, no, Eba factory wife and Babuna, where you do. In fact, why we reduce
unemployment.
Until Mubo director, Mr. Rafi, Yamisha, Papa, or your mamma, my boss, Mr. Adam, Yamisha, when I keep it and tight to me now. One more was night, you must know, but no man bonko can demand.
Sir, me and your contact. Aha, bia no bi pedodwo tu ne ade na chese ne e ho no awono afre.
Okay, say pedodwo tu a ba friend. Okay, you wo Spinters Road. Head office no Spinters Road.
Okay.
Printers Junction, yen printers na using in na yen factory na nkasa so Shy Hills. But say pedodwo tu about my friend number 024 222 1101. Another 059.
Sa bo first one bi.
024 222 1101.
Okay.
Another 059 699 4374. Na 024 140 8888. 024 140 8888.
Yada se papa ura Louis Sesien Agri sales manager wo Kifit natural mineral water ene ene di enkomo nti na onyame ya doma fiada ye hia wo national theatre ye benya wo no mo na ne ho na direct kra benya mo
mama da ye mo kwa St. Charles Luanga youth class wo patronize Kifit pa onye mama director Mr. Pinter last mo kwa no mama no 1 week shares Mr. Pinter mo kwa na neighbors on introduce him to brothers no auntie na insist here dey into Kifit no in fact once no e dey and I console with you yami adum eyi no so san Kifit for years
mo ba support mo yada say enti ye ne won komo twetwe no ye di si ha bebira wo akire ye nkomra ne ento aso. Let us say, Adom TV now go so channel. If you some commodie and amede ebrowi, media fear among quarter maclo Facebook and Yankupon Shrow. Papa na yoguswa akoswa mamunyina so afishia pa na me wo Dr. George Ayisi Siama ewaha from C4C Homeopathy Clinic. Ai yane no eba bedi enkomo. If you say bronya no bedi no wadi ni ye ekeka bia na yare bia mamu a also we wapomudi ye Yusuf Medas papa ya misho enti no mene doctor eba bedin komo pato mo official pa afisa say na nkwane ahoden wo ho amen na see for see gina na so mu yi mu yare wa nyina yada say ye obronyam ene nkomo be ne eba bedi
say fe we de di kan me de ntia kase fisi for see ma obibia last week your person that Cape Coast 42 assay because last week your announcement said Dr. Chemante eba Cape Coast and I'm back Cape Coast for the enije so eba and your person that Cape Coast for nyina assay afa so Dr. Daso Wagana na anopeya me no ka say so nani ache Kumase okay nti anopeya so watena se a one Dr. Naomi a mo Kumase so eye adwuma ahwe ayarefo nyina foforo any adada nyina enti yede entia ama obibia na ya pese ya kasafa liver ezan se sisi afi no kwewi no ye bedidi merry making time de ye bedidi ye bendom kakra eno enti na wase ye liver no ho ban enti ye pese ye di nkomo kakra efa brebo no ho a aye liver no na obibe bisa se liver no de enti kra na ye so important I was ye di ho nkomo you see, liver no you can say one of the largest organ, internal organ, apart from the skin. Skin no outer organ, liver no internal organ is super. Na liver no kesiye no, there so many functions in my body no. One of the major functions of the liver is our ability to regenerate. Not just say onya problem otimi solve no any problem. Before a liver no benya problem, na ya start to say ma liver ho edro no. Not just say wa bre. Send a young penny for us, say, oh, to say, go for me, no air qua. And Miss I said, then they see, Miss I say, no, then they see, and in Diani, I will be and see our benum, and in your mother, I'll be able to make the pressure to live and so. Now, a man no problem. And tia perceive a kafa, live and hookah crack. Now, apart from that, no produce be a friend of bow. And I said, bon, you know, bow near so important, say, and no, na able to absorb vitamin K. Vitamin K is important. Se upra na ublidi. I was say moja no eba form. Vitamin K na beboa ayase ejuma no. Nti liver no etumi boa na ye store a lot of vitamin K to do that. And nti se liver no touch ma bo se betumi bleed excessively. Na afi no e dey problem for so aba. Aside that no eboa with digestion. Nti se ye didi biti se fat. Any Indian bi liver no eboa they take all these things out so that you bit a free ball as well. And also so a detoxification work. And they say poisonous substance be a baby body in the morning. Liver and boa nelco. And he say, Osha, liver no touch ma, obi no halitosis. Like scent, bad breath. Liver no ain't me an age my year. A jar a bit of sulfur. Our body no sulfur no so na a pali apa need to make the problem of halitosis no aba. Until liver is important for the body. Our properties be brave. Even so pressure, it may war with the kidney. Kidney any produce some type of enzyme, my friend renin. Now liver also produce angiogestatine and also boa to combine so that your blood vessels no be narrowed enough to manage your BP. Until you have our fat pressure drops, but you're checking the liver and share. So if the liver is not functioning well, and also bit me regulation of BP, so I a problem. Tea and I very important. Say was here cassava liver no. In a nutshell no. Say one year liver who be na say on one status or son who area say bedu baby on to me ye bio. Oh na afe no was start say new man boss we nyina ani bebre no ntimi ye. Na afe wenya abdominal pains. Pains are baby liver no obo say hot ash show. Obi kura night to me muscle. Oh na the problem bebre eba. Eti liver no who here and our man the C4 you take that opportunity say getting to the end of the year your clients ne obia be discussing about the liver
and I'm sure say baby I work free crown pono adwen koso e bebo ho ban is say ne pese ye hu kwan pe ne be fa so ne aboye liver no ho ban
okay send me kan kai say eduane ayedi ensu ayenom ene nyoma bebre koye mu no liver no take ni nyina out no nti I was say you share your diet say we take eduane aye too much fatty I call asthma season. Your bed did bebre. Enti nduane na wo di no liver na ntimi ni nyina na chese boaboa no gu ho bebre a na the liver no problem ba aye take hard liquor and alcohol so ideally na nka obefa alcohol your percentage for bema and a percentage for bar but we overdo it enti wo ye ne sa no liver na ntimi detoxify na chese liver no o develop problem enti wo hu se edu baby na liver na nya scar what we call fibrosis. Inti scar ne ba na enyi kwa abo hu se na afi lead to cirrhosis. Wanya ho hwea na lead to cancer. Okay, so nyoma obetimi an say we avoid the alcohol intake. So we take more of alcohol, we share percentage, you know. And na afi so eduane a we you need a proper advice as to eduane a obedi to help the liver as well. Inti eduane no any lifestyle in general na we say
Sa o si edidi ye ko afena wie yesa no e so bi ahwe de wo die ye de wo no munye se bi end of year ntino bibia na de gum doctor chirim se ko ba sa the pressure and e to liver no eso ni kwa se the pressure to so e se e bo ho e ban ti ho nkomo ene ani C for C Dr. George Esiama edi ho enkomo e ti se yen hwe yen liver no ye giant sanom na ye te so obi de ho atochema obede no wo hu ana bibi isi a waka kakra de ba sa hyemu kene bibi isi wo ho a bede no wo hu na watumi etu anamo aba ayaresabia.
Okay, most especially say liver no start so in your problem first of all be born guy with pains inti liver no you're located in upper quadrant of the abdomen not just say stomach no side top wa it's na kidney no so right kidney no so into bohu say o side no o feel pains sometimes pains no come with bent I no ye o ya na san so e hihyew sometimes bohu say only day but na oyefum ahye because ontimi enye ni digestive properties ni ye say aduane bia will take time to digest into bohu say oyefum ahye into bohu sometimes you will start losing what they call appetite and it be so unexplained emaciation be define but now feel no so that is also a sign that better say we liver no my problem sometimes to be a persistent headache sometimes headache near frontal and now temporal now cluster just one side we need one side or be piles then it means our liver no so any problem yes these are some of the signs aside that no so one of the signs go say ba na liver ni produce no eno na ma is two that gold yellow color inti say ontimi who say stool no is color na then that means that your liver is not producing enough of bile to help with digestion tell us how to so one if you so wa urine no bo say asesa color because liver no ideally produce a lot of co-process be referring to deamination or processes are no produce urea na urea na ba urea no timi ma urine some color it is our color of the urine you too deep to and also another problem these are some signs and symptoms I will be who and sana with to anamo nti and America say before I live on be ma these signs and symptoms no na che say woman na ye adwuma no bebre
ayacha na wa mampem
ti ave ontimi enye biom ti I was say ojai and when you get to that stage it means I was say we taking your so serious and you spend a lot. It is very good say you better your dieting system.
But o shasi o kasa ye no say bia ho touch ma bia no wa ya se nem ni ade wo ho. Eno ne ma ye usual pains bia kokko komo no difference be no wo mo. Bia won sabuo na ti pain bia she say we live na enye adwuma ana ene no mienu no sunso be ne wo.
If you are there this question made us power this question. There is a difference. And it's when you're talking about lower abdominal pains now, most of the time it comes with time you can feel that. But this special pain, a bit may last for a long time. If you have LA pain, which is a lower abdominal pain, a menstrual cycle, 2-3 days. But this type of pain, a very persistent. Sometimes very, very painful, honestly. And a very persistent, plus also oyano say na me kan na san so hihyew. Okay, so and your lower abdomen and also that upper quadrant so that is a sign for you to say and just menstrual pain. Yeah.
Okay. The men also so the also obetia yasi ya one.
Yes, it's the same symptom for male and female. Yes. Just that with males now predominant because males need to take a lot of the hard liquor. Until when a pain be more severe than that of the females. But ideally it's the same thing, the same pain, and will be able to go through. Aside that, no, so liver need to me any fat. I want to fat no be as a result of aduane na yes idea na surround on tina into me yes I jumano. Alcohol bit me the fat number and diet so bit me the fat number into your fatty liver disease mumienu non-alcoholic one and alcoholic one so plus hepatitis so infection and a virus infection some of our contacts into me far akonya so catch you be on year on taking a vaccine for hepatitis say omomodi not taking a shot because say liver no so inflamed that into me yes I ejumani and mostly hepatitis will lead to cancer. And when you get to that stage, you acquire transplant amount, which is also very expensive. And it's advisable say you share liver no any yedianidi. And nunti sa nunti C4. I say the special promo aba.
Oh, more special promo.
Yes, especially getting to the end of this year, nunti. Yeah, the special promo aba. There was special medication specifically for this liver condition. I make our friend Liverton. Liverton and you say be our liver problem nkuana here. Obia betimianum, akwala penny betimianum. The purpose of this say ebe boostu liver no to be able to do all its activities. Liver no was cells, hepatocytes. These cells no eno ne boa moja koho, eno ne boa detoxification our veins. Veins no say higher. It may lead to hypertension of the liver, which is called portal hypertension. Until portal veins, this will help to keep the portal vein in shape so that circulation be okay. Until over all the branches of C4C, obenya liver to be na the amount. Now you have 50% discount for yendro and especially liverton. Aside 50% discount for yendro, so yes also 50% discount for your scan. Ideally in Kauba Abia and process for any part of the hospital. But this time we are not paying anything. Oba na waju folder. Now I doctor. So who here say obey scanner, not doctor amawa scan. Scan no yama 50% discount. Plus also Uriena say ndrobi obetrama ono so 50% discount for ndrono. And this promotion is a bit by the end of 31st. Intimate say obia be taking yes opportunity na wa grab na wenya liverton any endro fufura ewo honyina bi na aboa your internal organs and your body in general.
But opportunity ni o nti we do obia amfa no hu hyem bi na aduro yi na say e ba C4C atena ye bi ebi wo ho.
Yes.
Nti ehwe ba bia C4C wo locations no so be ya eja e ba ho no so e beto so we say akura no nti enom ne say 3 times and say twice a day
yenom no based on the doctor no be ho no nti e bia na 15 ml twice a day and once a day. Yes, a syrup me pese me yi na obia ehu sani esiti nti sani esiti
na we so ento bi wo ba bia jesem ho
jese ye ho kwa
eso chiremu ye ni enya contact no kura wa se ho dada.
Yes.
Egu ye screen na se C4C Homeopathic Hospital contact no ene wo ho no. Enkomo aye de bibi kire wadwen a na ye se ne wafre na woni mpanifo ade nkomo pacha bi asem a etwa to.
Yes, me sound so esisi bi o say eye anope Dr. Chemanten akwa kopiem mo kumase a oni Dr. Naomi eye ejuma o hwe afoforo ne adada nyina. Na the amaka wa hanyina apply to university no. Ideally in Kawetwa plane ticket aba no be hu na consultation fee ni nyina but doctor abolish all this. Say brana be hu no naka oyare che no no so mfa ne nim de enka doctor wo ho no onfa mbo. Nti uko Kumasi a ye wo ho Kumasi ye wo I've forgotten the location, but offer number now you be giving Ejoso Kwamu, Ejoso Kwamu. I think opposite what do you call it? Fitemu Junction. Okay. Then Takrade so your Fija main spot opposite. Accra so by your Adenta SD and as Adenta Sakura side. So Oko Kaswa your Millennium City. Before now building na Ben Grace e use no. Hona sisi ya no. Also eko Makatakrade and Swedo so your opposite government hospital yes nti C4C o hwe baby a eben ho a then yasanso wo Cape Coast wo find chem yasanso wo Cape Coast opposite Addison Square and Addison Garden ho Green Hill okwa the same thing amaka wa ha no apply everywhere nti C4C send ade bia ya ka no me ankasa so anope maintenance e wa Accra na ochina yankopon ya adum so a Dr. Shemantin Esanso Abakra, enemy Ankasa Baba Yejuma. Enti obi a went to me anko these neighboring places be ochna for any share Adenta Sakura na ye share so ewo.
Dr. George Hesiama enenso yene di nkomo free C4C homeopathic hospital. Edrono ene si ho no. Number na wo screen na se no. De kire wadwen e wonne nkomodi a ye di ye fa ye liver no ho no. Mr. Frey na jinchiremu no ye we abibi fa wasomu twam na uhunu ye utime frɛ numbers na wo screen no ase ene ne nkomo twetwe ne de besi ha na makwa aba ye ba foforo so wachire e beto aso ase yes, I'm more quite beam Badwam TV. Efisem na ebraso a yedi ho enkomo yi. Na mayana Kale Kits toothpaste for ase. Enkra ne dia we Kale Kits toothpaste. Enkra ne di twi won mo se ye on se omo afi na omo se na banom ne ade so ho. Na omo so mudi dokodoko no. To unya Kale Kits toothpaste no bi na wodi twi won mo se kakra. Se nkeka wo bia wo sin mu de wo madie bia agya wo sin mu no na se ni nyina akọ na fe nkura no se no bọ ho ban ma o ma ho dene onyini menya kaka bia ana so wo nyini kaka bia ma me hana dwen enti oba tan a wo hwe me sabre ko hwe Kale Kits toothpaste na wa bofra kuma no fa twitwi ne se na me enyusu mpanifo ne de no emma nkura no na me adom nkura no so ya yo mo de enti kopa bi na fetchichi nkra ne sen DBS Industries e do mo se papa e ba ne nchensen papa e de bo adan so de a e DBS for de 31st nyamai e na 21st enti boso no eguso a ekoso DBS se bra na beto won nchensen no bi unya beto na utua na ka no de kwa de obeboso ama wo se okwakope carpenter no ne ade no eno no ne boso no DBS on boso free edi ama omo jo hwe obeto na wo peka utua transport na de ko site ho no a omba boss free edi ama enyumako ya daroma na won ka ho ma ye de efisem nkomo twetwin so ebrewo wo share live on Facebook a nyame hira o ye mo afihia pa afeda sese ni nyina ye te ase won kwa na bibia so koso yie edi ma ye ho enti no no na meda team nase wo ba kofi ampedu da chehne Priscilla Naman jata Dennis edo biase medidi afia amankwa tamaklu me kono manhene kwabna sante edim pensem mu no atwaso edase
Because they will go back and they will be feeling.
So this is Parliament, members of Parliament, of course in a fisticuff with each other. Chaos in the chamber at the moment. There is large chaos. You could see the MPs. You could see the MPs engaged in fisticuffs. These are members of Parliament, members of Ghana's Parliament here, engaged in fisticuffs here at the moment. So this is the situation here on the 20th of December 2021. This is the situation in Parliament. The MPs holding each other at the throats. The marshals are trying to separate them. The marshals are trying to separate them. But this is the situation here in Parliament. So this is Parliament, members of Parliament, of course in a fisticuff with each other. Chaos in the chamber at the moment. There is large chaos. You could see the MPs. You could see the MPs engaged in fisticuffs. These are members of Parliament, members of Ghana's Parliament here, engaged in fisticuffs here at the moment. So this is the situation here on the 20th of December 2021. This is the situation in Parliament. The MPs holding each other at the throats. The marshals are trying to separate.
Well, that's how by 12 common so and say quickly, you corner any name for John Jenapo. Then we are back to the studio now. Yet Medi and Kumu. JJ, good morning. Upon to say, Boko there.
Canana, I drink a crap.
Dedi Kayam said, Muntimindas about the understanding is that I'm paying 9 o'clock. Most are Konamako to Amon Coma, mood so. But if you know better to Montino. We wake up to see that these pictures are. What really is the situation? Diana, Cynthia Besama, and Rashibi Jamsa, Gidigidini, who at Massaini. Diana,
I don't have a Mechia,
What you for now? Obakaya, 11 by a controversial kakra. A man Crawford take his side. Until now, your finance committee meeting. The first thing was to vote whether say you recommend the bill of approval or not in accordance with our standing orders. Yeah, you would no 12 of us we voted against. Now, yeah, standing orders no. Chairman, our president no. To me and voted. I just say if there's a tie, you know, Christian so MPP 4 vote 2-12. That means there was a tie 12-12. And a chairman, then a casting vote no. A vote to my MPP 4 no. That means a bedroom floor. Bedroom floor no, and I am say maintain Kakraba in respect of say young average standing orders no, because usually no. Bill, but as you take a bill within 48 hours. But yeah, standing orders, no. And my acquaintance says a bill, if it's of an agent nature. Agent nature says, if you share, na you can animia, we can suspend the 48-hour rule and do that. But Aruna, your leader, HRS, and I buy pen 48 hours and guess what requested. And on a day issue by I'm the presiding speaker from an MP at the vote, voice vote, and I say I is not having it, which means MP before now winning. But standing orders, no my own kind say or yes I have vote now you can challenge the Debbie. Speaker one thing the normal vote now your friendly division and our head count. So we opted for a division. And no later no or suspended your wife tonight and yes say will change no at the pray and also okay any young to but or no what here could no or no so bad to any be. The agent is a standing orders let's say once you are presiding no you don't have an original vote which is clear. And honestly there be honestly MP to be. See, yes, to a banner or president and or yes, or sorry, no, or to a bannibi. And known a day, Mintiat, Bimoko, Homa, about the name, Pinchim, a disruptive process, Nina. Well, we had to suspend sitting and then adjourn to this morning. We know because there will be a group parliament.
So, before I remember, dear partner. And Dom Kumano Mope. In relation to Ilevidi and Mope, what is the challenge?
Oh, the demand at that place was that Obian to Naba in accordance with the standing orders, but the presiding member, which is the speaker, no, had no role in voting. There committee. There was no fighting there. There was no commotion. Plenary, so I don't think there will be any issue. The main contention, let's say, the presiding speaker, no, Honorable Joe Sewusu, getting up from the chair to come and vote. And any problem, it's not even about e-levy. The whole thing is whether the presiding speaker, our chair, no, whilst presiding, no, can he get up to attempt to vote? I think that is the bottom line. And so, e-levy there is true that we are against it. But if we go and vote and we lose, Ghana won a vote is here in Parliament. It's not, there's nothing much you can do. But the contention, because yes or now, which means that subsequently, no, on any other bill, on any other motion, no, whilst he's presiding, he can get up and come and vote. Until for me, no, that is the issue that ought to be resolved.
But even with that, there are various schools of thought, HSA and a deputy speaker, first or second, or more representing a constituency. So it's only fair that honestly, the constituency who not in terms of baby Ojina was such a major national conversation. Well, I understand it's at court, but it is not for me to whether say yes, they have the right or they don't.
No, the standing orders is clear. Say the first deputy speaker and now a deputy speaker, while presiding, doesn't have an original vote. And I think that it's just like
Is the original vote different from casting vote?
Okay.
Different from casting, Anna?
Yeah, casting vote means when there's a tie. Then, because we will preside here, we are deputy speaker, and then you can also cast. Instead of making you say your core committee, no, Sir Kokukwati was your MP. Kokukwati is the chairman of the finance committee. But you vote, he was barred from voting. It was only after say you tie no, and no a man a casting vote. The vote to a committee, even though the chairman is a member of parliament, no, he doesn't take part in the original vote. He only comes in with his casting vote, which comes in when there's a tie, and that's exactly what we did at committee level. So
that's at the committee level, but over plenary the 100 year in Shani Sronko because Moses Shani say Bira Obefa Akotna Kunya so say oh act as a speaker no sa kwenya with media actor abano why you sa kwenya no. That's it.
The same thing at committee. When you are chairing at committee, sa kwenya na the first one in the Ahira. And at the standing of this is clear a deputy speaker while presiding doesn't have an original vote. And yet, in fact, if I had my time on this, I'll just quote that provision for you. It's in the standing order. There's no doubt. Say any standing orders. It's in the standing orders. In the end of the day, but I thought, Seminia, and BBC and the leadership would have discussed it before we get to the plenary. The politics, Nana, heat Kakrawum. Intina, your leaders. I think, say, and none of our encourage, say, leadership should discuss all these issues in the room. Now, both sides, leaders, now be prefer say, you could share, in your interest, no. This is how we want the house to be conducted.
But,
Deputy Speaker,
but Judge, as a matter of fact, do you think that more candy for more because some of the reactions from some members of parliament, it's not a question of your leader and poll. Yeah, clearly, JJ, forgive me, but some of the reaction from some members of parliament. You cannot be sure say ampa you are candy for Emrashibijam because it be the money no. Yeah, ni Emrashibijam. Ya share Emrashibijam for sure BC and pay ya kasa ya. You've been there. A Sunni bani be or attract gauge. Since when did we start attacking a speaker Krako Nyane year 2 blue in Ghana's parliament and ebe fashion from January? I know Abesenko, not Bakusuba so few, now we have some. Now we don't know the next thing, what can happen in our parliament. Mr. Okwa said, more members of parliament, they say, Mr. said, more qua, you check him, say, second, and I twa, and I two being Shamoana. Because while we are heading towards, if you continue to describe this, minimum opposition, minimum say, pesa, and in Guasemona atomono. But one my here, one trini pages now. We are no penche kakrebisi ya debi. Ubi atadiate ya bo ubi ano ya tu ubi atu baby. Akunya ya peja akunya o mashibijam ya tu te said ya ko baby no. And we cannot. This is on Ghanaian, especially in relation to the August house of the land. Bia ya di en munyam ni tu mi ama mo se momwa na montinetini o mine mra na esinto bi ombi entimi nya papa ni entimi fanko enim. It's now becoming very worrying and disturbing.
I agree with you that we shouldn't get to that level. But let's also agree that we should learn to do the right thing, especially when there's such vested interest. The question is that can the first deputy speaker, whilst presiding, have an original vote? That is the most important thing.
But if we have a difficulty in understanding that standing order now, what do we do then as an August House? What do we do? Do we hold on to seek interpretation?
And draw the speaker's attention, which we did. And if the speaker ignores it and moves on to another level, I'm not supporting that. I'm saying that we should all desist from that. But I'm saying that in as much as all of it, including myself, we should desist from those what describing in Yinano. Let's also learn to do the right thing. I'm sure, sir, I mean, it happened in January, it happened again, It's about the 4th time.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It's not the best. It's getting too much. But let's also learn to do the right thing.
Okay, may no baby, but I mean, crave your indulgence now. Wow, colleague, former MP for Ayensuano, some IP. I said, just a question.
Minim say
your parliament, your constitution, 1992 constitution, I ain't idea. It is a speaker be at your web, so the main speaker, and I say, oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Jojo Tinika.
Maintaining calm, but I'll manage. So, Oria, I'm sure you can just summarize it for me.
Okay, so speaker Tininchen.
Yes. Next, at your web. That's a proceedings because so they go contrary to our standing orders. Next speaker, there's a remedy to Supreme Court. It's a dentina, young king, na se bibi kona and Costa Niamara Shisha, young Supreme Court, and reverse decision.
Rather than approaching.
Rather than fighting.
Okay, so, Judge, simple, say, speaker Tiakunyem, na se, Nenshi say, be crown, na se, no maybe a cost of Brashibi Jomono, and to the standing orders, crana. You have another remedy. The remedy here is to go to court to seek proper redress or interpretation. Why would you not resort to that? Rather, choose to be fighting, exchanging of words.
Let it go to both sides. Let it go to both sides. Go and watch yesterday's video and tell me those who went to the speaker's podium first.
To protect it. It was to secure it.
Or people were running to the
podium. It was to secure the seat.
To secure the seat. Is that the job of the majority to secure the seat?
Okay.
Is that the job of the majority members to move to the speakers? Also, so the minority also went to secure the seat. If that is the securing of the seat, both sides went to secure the seat. I'm saying that both sides should not go to secure the seat. And I'm a member of parliament. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't get there. It shouldn't get there. But honorable, it's true, sir. You can go to the Supreme Court. But let's also encourage so that there will be no need to even go there. Let's also preach, say, look, if the standing orders is clear on something, don't just say me busu we have amigo Supreme Court. I don't want to talk about Supreme Court here. I don't want to make any judgment, any comment. A very prejudicial and a very good judiciary for anyone. But I'm saying that MPs no, we should learn to do the right thing. I am not in any way condoning their course on run. I'm not, and let nobody misquote me and say, I am promoting any act of violence there. But I'm also appealing, say, in as much as we should move away from this fisticuffs and all that, we should also learn to do the right thing on the floor.
Why are too entrenched, both sides, Dodana? I think unnecessarily entrenched. Anna.
Oh, yes. When occasionally things may get out of hand, but like you said, it's getting one too many. And I think that all of us, including leadership and even Honorable Samaipemwa, we are very experienced on the floor. I'm sure we'll chart a good path and resolve all these issues.
So what's your expectation this morning, 9 o'clock? What's it?
We ought to vote, but I think so before we go into the chamber, let's do a lot of consultation amongst ourselves. Let's agree on the way forward even before we go into the chamber, and let the ground rules be made known to all of us. Now, you reach chamber now. We do what is right and proper. We may win, we may lose, but let's do it fairly. If we lose, look, we lose gallantly. If we win, we are gracious. You can't always win everything in this world. But I think, sir, in Penyifono, and then we'll put what happened behind.
Okay, so finally, Speaker Babin is sitting today?
I hope so. But even in the absence of Babin, Parliament must function. Parliament must function. That is democracy.
But that's the challenge. That's the challenge because we are dealing with a hung parliament where 137. Not two no so more positions in parliament affect voting right. And are casting
but that's the beauty of democracy.
But that's also where the challenge is. And only the who's work close to government quietly or the only two baby boko. Because baby I do not say a national issue obiania brace or maybe say the SSA cost more money. And
then suspend it at Babin camps. If that yesterday we told them, if you think say back with near never how and now we propose they said no, they won't agree, they will come and insist. But even though the standing order say Emma went to know or better be. And yeah, adjournment here near the year choir year bonfires and Babin baby.
But people have raised issues about Honorable Babin. Oyariana.
He hasn't hidden it. He went for a medical review. Then you know, here, Parliament na me hospital yare yenim se yare obiara ya de bia hintaw but me busa say yare no time say de ba no even while we are human we also have cause to be too suspicious and doubt it yare me jitum as me so me no kata agi se yi me so code adokro me ama me twa me won me chi na code akichi we no but Badwam hasn't hidden the fact that he wasn't well.
Yeah,
it's not in contention. He went to the hospital. Now when you're going to the hospital,
it's an interest.
There shouldn't be a near dick as you are changing as there.
It's a new the old Kenyan says, "Wama as a parliament here, Juma."
We hope that Obeba say Wama as a parliament here, Juma. Say Joe is doing say Badwam's absence no will affect him. He should talk to the speaker. And finally, the speaker that Ben obey me aba and obey me aba na. No, my announcement so speaker Beba 10 o'clock. Speaker Beba be a Wednesday. Speaker Beba be a Christmas day. Internet MPs yan sacrifice a Christmas. Now Ada Speaker Beba ni yametra se ni vote.
All right.
All of us are willing to do that.
Okay.
Even if it means for going Christmas, we'll do that.
Okay. I think on this note, Debia Dameka say Mubu or Enemokasa, we get a clearer picture and understanding. But all corners no Mesro for a future common on both sides. Said what kind of options are so beautiful. Either says MPP 4 in say and they should suspend it, or Parliament should run, and it's a win or lose game, all in the interest of Ghana. Now, those shameful acts, Nadia, Akonyamiadum, Moma ended this year, not next year, no. Yankoye Juma, Ebeboa, Ama both sides in Nano. We'll work
with it.
JJ, Mr. Bidasi, thank you so much. Yate John Jinapo and Kebeko Kutra Ban Sebekono, Mikum Yatrasi, Erika J. A Burani Daso, Machi, Buna Hofe, a Bunum Ranu for in waiting.
Am I now for
a Buno Debbie Attorney General. A Buno Judge for Kumani Bia, the bit menu Ama Bunatima Conkai. A Buno in dear phone are being fully. I don't know media chain. In your bema,
or my net is saying,
Unyamia Dumboko. So, never have for this. Oh, I feel what I'm saying. Or when you come with them, I said, quite like you be trouble or no one. You could try one back. The bar begins a name, Comono. Baby, I also said, if I found a young fan for. I was here Parliament. LKG.
Oh, that's it. Man can be crowd. Me former colleagues will be me out. I can see a church. We are Parliament. One day, we have
Well, yes, I buy a 12 common so I say, Mamencia, Nana 1Z, Nana, good morning. Also, Ajibra also shipping a mentia, Fufuina, Bruno Fabergy or Monchedia, Fufuina, Moso, and Chason Conia. The Mamma says you should be able to say, Erica J. I want to say, Sazuna, Ninyafo. Oh, yeah, good. Maybe I don't from Buni Passa. And you see, Sadi will cry so jai, or what the credit say. Yen and I ain't to me, because you're crying, not ya expect your baby or say, at a go.
There be with the Casama Okum. Me buy.
That's the pressure That's the pressure. That's the pressure that's being created now, especially by the MPs
in the history of this country.
You know,
now the Danko Fadwa being I increase Ghana rules more than any other government. From Minister of West
is it no? Many were decided to wear the
Ukrum quite the same.
Obuguso. Say they say Environment Minister I appeal to Newmont. Say sir a coin na omuntu wana
Debi aduru hen me ne waje wo kwan ho akyia nkomo we ya de ba ne de dada debi onim de ntia me busan omo aduru hen fa
se obeka Kofi Joe baba ko se
ubi ana ukrom kwan na ya level se de ko cha be gusu na oye bia Kofi Joe omo aduru hen
me no kwan na ko ni
no no afa di krom kwan busan
ama ne de anye di krom kwan ye
na so wo power 8 years want man you krom kwan
na sa no ntina mo se ya na de Ghana for mpa mo
anyway abu pato nanti emu kakra wo de wa ho pay ebre we no afa na emi si fufura na se ebi asi ebetimi da
well medical achia wati na mechia ayusu anu fu nyina na yesi wa parliament sese ne de memi kodi parliament 12 years no ba hu bi da say you quote to the extent say member of parliament it mean nanto ko podium no so na speaker na kunya wate so we kukura afi ho e da bisi and kasada no you be named by the speaker okoyen standing order ma e kasi ye name MP bia say speaker name you cease to become a member of parliament. I just say it all goes through a process. Next speaker and the parliament. Say speaker go out to some. Who no matter. Who by any transitional setup. You two or hina. You pija or hina. Share Nancy and maybe crew or twice baby me. Or him ya no hina chamanso. No him ya uncle from. A kuku or hina kuan. And they are be shit Lord of and na chidom hene abe kukura akonya no e de akosi ni fi no waka kire o man ne se ayokofo na e di hen wo to asem wo se ahini no won pebie nti won ga ntu ahini no ne mo nga kukuru egwa na e di ade no abe to lord kwa nti mi chidom hene ba be fe egwa na kwetena mi fi nti mo hwehwe o to asem hina no mra mi fi mi na bi o to asem hene aya asem akopu echebi nti se wo yes mra hye begwani na ubuafu a seden
akonya peniti so di
akonya speaker na tiso no utumi kokukuru e de be hwe egwanim na speaker no betumi aya ne se oba abonten be pa achew ade a de sas a member of parliament no afa so ye refer no privileges committee e den na si betum ne obi antehwe eninti se ene ebiasi biema when you ever so born on Pahine or chair Massey Biasi a foreigner. Say ye can't nipa a man, Sabonini Sia, Tapping, Yinima, and ye. It's immediately say, Speaker of Parliament, why ye the longest serving MP in Ghana? And I will go through all me who position what parliament are. The current speaker, it will be a parliament. Wabe minority leader, majority leader, wabe chairman of committees. Me, I've served under him. I was a vice chairman for members holding office of profit. Why speaker back then was the chairman of that committee. Now, because of his business schedule, and I report to him. The men now are very close. Ya committee on yakwan ma me yebribia wi amako chairman say what directing me then I move on. Oh, you're a very experienced person. Sir, Emra no ye second deputy speaker of parliament at the 7th parliament. So who should jira ho na wakasa no tie guama. The way obe guide the way obe direct we a mistake obe me wa back. You go strictly by our standing orders and the Constitution. Who will say, yes, you are seriously under training. What has changed? Is somebody putting pressure on him? On kind know who said, Parliament will collapse here. And collapsing me NDC executives, it is so. Only it is so. It's a mra, and nipa be the pressure. I to know so. Not the bad thing I know. Babina, me kase maybe na me kasa of parliament. As an ordinary member of parliament, na me kita chairmanship position bia. Na say me kasa for 10 minutes. I spoke for close to 20 minutes. Na NDC for no fiasi raise point of order. I said, look, the man talking is making a lot of sense. I'm learning from him. I allow him to educate all of us. I was talking about transport and the rules of DVLA and all that. So what has changed? ai ne obi abekukuru agua a wote so o mu se na do se wusu na tie agua no se den but agua na nya do se wusu bia o nipa ye to abade se agua na ma no the speaker of parliament inti obi abekukuru agua abehwe abonten a nya obetuma ya ne se obepato me bana me tie majority and I've listened to John Jinapo. They're almost saying the same thing. In my 12 years experience in parliament, and say, speaker be to your and now say leader be a majority leader, but not your process be through the other people. Now go contrary to our standing orders. One torture. Ubeka will be a funny Hansard. Hansard in the record of verbatim of what happens in parliament. It will be no raise point of order. No my hands are not picky. Said it goes contrary to our standing orders. Into a year. Now what could Supreme Court say? Parliament a pass levy. Number also they pass levy near 138. The 137 they passing into Supreme Court. Sir, I do a parliamentarian more reversing. And Supreme Court will reverse it. So why the blows? 2. Say who pass it, say your budget. Na o man hene. Ya de tax bi ebe share appropriation bill. Your income and expenditure. Inti tax na odi ahemu every year income and the revenue na beba. Na abaye expenditure ewa ha. Inti what the levy ebe share appropriation as an income. Now income of levy no what the become expenditure. Now pass appropriation now abaya appropriation act. Inti what to mean kese me a member of parliament. Ma pass appropriation act levy shame. Na bill na ye the passing levy. Na abetumi ama appropriation na balance no and the men pass it. It doesn't work anywhere. Once you pass appropriation, you need to. The passage of the levy is just a procedural. It's just a procedural because so when yes idea, then you have to ask the head of government business to bring the appropriation back to parliament for its reversal. Now we say on fa Homesi camera. What the Homesi camera we hear? So many 10 cities. We say we never cost 10 cities. 5 cities in J. Me oba we me the 5 cities aman or the bebra. Abofana for 5 cities number. Oba we say we na only and 5 cities say we 10 cities. Adentia abofana for 5 cities number. It is a what passing appropriation idea. The passage of levy is a procedure. It's just a formality. Inti adentia na wonum say one pass levy na ada no more pass appropriation na levy ni wo. You see, we are sir. Ebema nipa bia yemu bia ya dwene say you are just frustrating the government, no. Oh my amafo agiato. It's a mere frustration. Now so we are speaker of parliament with all these years in experience. Now what tenants ya supervise and me passing appropriation bill. Ye levy wom. Now so many people the pressure to also egwan kwatel. Musician ya oka baby na nsin Ampedu ebo nyum na nyum na obo ero den kran kasa be shiri the cafe ketue ationana
cafe ketue
ationana what you say so we hear this sia what tell ni wo hu
oye sia
we hear this sia on say wo ye bia wo ya ade bi wo pese obi abehu
obi so tete
wo di ata obi pese ohun a say ni pa ni be jo na ohun na ne wo ye no be jai into no so be tell no ahwa ne a wo ye no
die na tete
into wo gwan akwata yo mi so me fi me seat no so
akwakota baby
cafe keto e ati onana na ni parliamentarians in both sides they should read my lips ebiasipen oh na MPC do ha wa dwene e na me bada me tie radio station MPC na batwere enim guase akwaba ne akoso nyina is making democracy, multi-party democracy, parliament is becoming unpopular. In the worst scenario, man is suminem. Nyamim pengu man kwa chiri. Esi ni pengu gran. Offer to you. no oka parliament create you to say gbira bo say Ghana for nyina hey because you have already made yourself highly unpopular among Ghanaians.
The here mo kra mo nya attractive.
My MPP. Yen mu bi wo ha. Bo so so kra na usara ma ya. Obekọ parliament constituency na yedin. It wan try that sa sisa kwa bi enka chiri nyame mpangu ebesi no sa da no bo so ne yentua ka o constituency kra wuntumi nko. Inti emra wo ye the beat of your party. Now person obe soften or stand. Nani ya can't to asomo no eno nkwa na wo ya nipa na opiapia wo no ebia no wo nyina so financial ebia wo so kakra wo no na wo de contest elections wo de abeta parliament afekura enya nsoye na wuhu nia obenya na wo de akofie investment you have to recoup it
yema Eric
ye pia wa na wo ye be very careful
Eric ye ka say Azubangani Mikwasa, what you say? Azubangani Mikwasa. What you say? Azubangani Mikwasa. Wallahi. Both sides. This is what I'm giving them.
When you break.
Mobin Chita was here, Nabu Sasma Mekano. I say,
my real near Shechiro.
Eric Ashat is in here. What Eric say?
I know Pedro, Adom TV I have for you now. Na memo be a surface shapa. It could be say and then a bear last there. I feel we make a sour. Esra yanko punshira e de mobia. Na menchia me ma melody na ono so nra. Ko su children so. Eni omo ko start bro nya fashion. Ti baby mama obi a mechia na no pe. Amahene. The see no it's highly condemnable. I don't think say obi a believe in principle obi no. You fully support what happened. But you can't say me say if a law is unjust, a man is not right to disobey it.
If the law
is if a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so. The person say we believe in procedural law. And until the House of Parliament, aside the Constitution or honor, they go by their standing orders. Inti okwa abanye juma bie mo upon say our Constitution administratively near war emra edidi juma. And the Constitution is supreme beyond. But the Constitution corner per Article 11 and the mark those enactments ni na ba edidi juma. So ye kase ye the procedure ya there. We should go by the procedure. That is it. And Ghana, a major challenge. Me a young do, but what I've realized, you need to pay procedure. You pay. There was a connection, my baby. And connection, my neighbor, more pay. A better. And then I see Parliament, I Canada. And honorable, I respect him, a nice person. You see, or Casanana come in to say, we be free baby na ko baby. Na Ghana for 8 years. Omo kita objective minds. Ye de omo nim send this MPP ku. Na omo so pick it from there. This whole parliament tension started when?
And how?
And how? You need not to start from where you started from. What's in parliament 12 years? It been see that record. Our parliament 12 years now udi no. Na minority ni majority nkita hudie se na net ye. Emra na baben eye minority leader na wo parliament no ni majority nkita hudie net sen.
Na odi ni ho adanse wa.
Yes, emra obeye majority leader so a momoko opposition no ni mu mpanimfo nkita hudie tesen. Eye leadership crisis in parliament from your party. Admit it. Yes. You see, Chairman Sabonsu, onye just majority leader or a minister for parliamentary affairs. You are interested in government business. So one show leadership, and when I put something on my wall, I see leadership is about maturity and wisdom. And you kasabrofo.
maturity and wisdom. How you lead your people matters. Ye kwa to speaker kroyaba. Ye nim de si wo parliament. Ye nyamrashe bedwani o ye deputy minister then, the 7th parliament kra na the first time o ye minister. Carlos Ahenkra. Obi o hwe video ni bia nim se chemensa na ball bi se on twene ho na kwa no kofa papers no. Obi anim.
Ahodie.
Me say o de anya sampo yes ba me ne wo obia
he came across
yes and I'm say obia wo pan a odwene Adom TV na join na
no problem with
yes
that but don't be emphatic
and I'm say okay according to me dey me hu ye no dey mu twa ye na ya te said dey wo na o share obi putu pan say kofa papers no
na obi bad obi
I was so quiet for you respectfully yes me say
but he said there
omahene ye tikroma adwene ni nyina ye adwuma hu but ye didi bia hye won sa na adwene se wo adwene mu doche obi na otofo because adwuma ya wo ye ni ne opa fa ahoma so wo ka se wagya o chena ye benya obi but I know say oh your brand what build this show na do baby also consider your interest in station interest and the baby a parliament ya build there could do no now also consider the interest of parliament and your party as well. We know they happen the day of election. Yenya member of parliament Emma no kofa ballot papers or di dwane wa nwene ho say na wo se ye to abayi speaker so speaker in Emma chief justice ba parliament ansa yakwa akoswe ye president in because that day ye ntimi anya yakwa constitutional crisis. They never thought of it. Leadership yene na mu wa na ba bedru ba bia yedru ena wotia se adan na obi a ono no koye se okofa speaker ko nwane yansem ono yansu pina no ya nkyere no bibia ma na hu se he need not to do that.
The cover ballot
the cover ballot paper na yene den
no butu ballot
owura na wonim se ye to aba you see we started from somewhere. Let's be objective. Yeah to aba Sene East okay to bato polling station owura na okofa ballot box na ye de ballot box no kusi techima 3 days attention by no yan sentence in 3 months nti Carlos nipa chance nipa no moja gu ni mu chen no and you are in leadership position. Exhibit something for we those coming to emulate. No,
Wadorma the comparison
you know
but more motion
you know
amongst position
and you see let me I'm coming please you see obia okofa as ballot box no okoda mu be 3 months look at the tension on the court techima state security apparatus move omukọ na omudidi na omoda omudi fu and boy nya me no netua the course of parliament bia no allowances na omogene ho amunetua so you don't consider our interest, you act anyhow. You see I keep saying this honorable you were in the 7th parliament and anything that makes a problem is leadership, and leadership is about maturity and wisdom because over 7th parliament now you're 169 some mentality now the chinipa odi chifa nipa so kono and what's what they call the 8th parliament because 8th parliament in 137 ba kunumpo na abeka ho no yenim de mu nyina mo de ye ne Ghana so onwe from the constituency 137 and it is not like it was in the beginning
you know 137
so as a leader
for minority yes I'm correcting it's 137 for the MPP 137 for the NDC and we have an independent candidate
and yes you consider groupings in parliament by majority and minority
but that's the grouping is on your side but it's not your party
but when we talking about majority it's about grouping. Minority is 137.
Okay,
majority is 138.
So the American you know, a lesson on Munsia.
Who should defend it?
Yes, you have to learn your lessons from where you are coming from. I remember they said PDS, a fraudulent deal. At the end of the you spoke to Jinapo, right? And then on your parliament. They spoke on left, say baby, I'm going to true. But because of their numbers, at the end of the day, insurance guarantee class is fake. The whole Ghana, it make a transaction. Some na my krata. Now you were president or a lawyer. Nana do Lanko Kufuado. You were vice president or so. No, and but we are starting that meeting for the fake guarantee the buy. So then, ye kasa is minority no. So mutie side no being poor. And can you send the PDS AGG land bill aka bank account or mafano? And can you say $500 million and America bind the bueno? I have fiasco na net. Ye be yiri Ghana for ye kakra che botomi levy and tokweba. So what I'm saying today is what is happening in the on the floor of parliament, I don't support it, but your people should show leadership. And The president himself is also a challenge to the economy now. You see how he spoke in Kumasi. I watched him.
The president,
you see, Masa, yes, sir, Obia Pesa Ghana ni hochire no. We are the Ghanaians. Yeah, near Tiasa, Zanameboa. Into Abambia, and our party be about Bamwa. Your core interest in say, oh, Bama for the Anameboa. Yeah, correct. Good. President Kojina Kumasi, San Anno was a Hochina Bagan and the Yon de Bay.
Was a pandemic. Ultimate for boarding, Mamma.
Or the kind say, I want you
or did to say, I want you
on the Bay. Now, over transfer pandemic and Managana phone complaint. None near my bone costro. Now, costro. No more spending reckless. Just Sikano Mudini Basa. We ministers 125 near complaining. O cost net a creative deputy directorship position, but soon you will be at 30,000 near complaining. Cocoa board, Korea offices of Macretia Gua. Nipa ne disikakwa. We complained, but omontie and you fall into the ditch. And the president now the leader of the party in government, you know. Instead of you as a president, to show leadership, and even says a minority, baby no, we need to get honest. Said the baby to media front or mind interest in you know. The president was on the podium and the Kawaba Kwanshan and Sabin Kumketuano. And about Kushini Faketu and Autoton and Satre Ghana for. So almost any majority of parliament. A dear child, Quaco passing 11. He should go there. He should go and pass it. You see, power is not about arrogance. Power is not about arrogance. Master, if you get power, humble yourself. Some of the leaders in this country, I'm not coming as leadership. I'm not track record, and I'm not rebranding, I'm not diaba, and just a fake currency, and I'm not diaba. Me say, I'm telling you this, fact free me one, only I can tell me. Who should be a pretender, or you're poisoner than a murderer? A pretender. Pretender. Obi otimi ka kire ose mema obanche na wa ma obahire ose mi hu ye obi otimi ka kire ose meti petrol so na wa tuma kodu soro obi otimi ka kire ose cement ye 27 me be ko from na 52 wo shia say nipa na he's closer to murder obi o murder nipa.
Yeah, quickly see ka obi o arrogant emra Ghana fo ho kire wan Adam John Mahama okojina Kumasi ye nti obia na osa no bu ne mu egu Ghana fo so we need me ka
conditional I been find out of it.
Why you raising issues here?
I'll say akoko such that call makura enye no fair because
it is it's a sign of arrogance. Yetia and I'm going for
STS and STL.
Housing skill. And next Sika Moko insurance, Sika Mutu Akembe. Over 360 something million. Let me tell you something. But make it be John. So we can say Obi and Panishe Caros. Caros, you that day not Obi misbehave, whatever you can quote and quote misbehave. So on far ballot to be two ballot papers. Never be in a course. That night now, one ever speaker. I never mean. Obi a speaker no sanction ben na semi pana a misbehave or no. What we the man see a leadership crisis. I won't lead with wisdom. Send your Canada and no speaker Bible. Because so you'll be and Papa Pagana for you. I only deal with wisdom. And
follow up with sessions.
Yes, and apart from that, and I can never cry obey his sister say, I will set to make sure say these things will not happen. It is a will be a OC, and yet we have walk of parliament. Papa will say majority leadership, minority leadership, one more limitation. The speaker is all in all. It is a parliament is in crisis. Not only power or creates our crisis is the speaker of parliament. Because so we will be only with wisdom. We will be a Nyansan Wakushia our parliament for 20-something years, over almost 30 years in parliament. What the year when I would lead here, I can never, whatever it is, over city. Speaker, a majority that cry fraud, I can't just say this is the situation one for be called. No, to no coffee. He's creating the confusion. It won't me if I blame my majority leadership. You can't blame the minority leadership. Yeah, and several times, let me see, sir, minority leader. Appeal to members, honorable members on both sides, resume your seat, and they disobey him. Not Satan, not speaker now. You have to Obama and say, or oh, the leader, the whole house, or down said, Guamtinan no way. Nowhere to Nikakufi. It is Yaka will be only deal with wisdom. Now it is the majority leader. Sorry, it is the speaker of parliament. It in Yaya can say, speaker of parliament, So Obi na the pressure to no so. and o misbehave dia o hu say ni din and ye bebo it is say on to me and who say senior parliament equal situation we me am metena se na asumdwe emra because once our pass appropriation you levy no is part of
yeah, it's part of it.
We are done it's just a mere formality to go it on metena se na NPP for and majority for no enya 1138 na minority for no so enya 1137 ni anto aba na asumdwe emra na parliament into me college
Eric wrap up
debate in the crime mystery
era KK Sapo must be your friends KK Sapo there is only two other bits there be a regional minister and then State House and Corporation boss Dr. Sapo yeah we are also
you see my earlier submission was about leadership. On my day na parliament tension no buy no. Na minority ni majority no. So no more omu leadership omu lead omu in the said battle meboa. Parliament na ni any speaker ana meboa. Enti say ya to abari na yesi obi president Akufo-Addo ballot box will be fine. Nti ye declare ni winner no e was say president Akufo-Addo kwachi nipa no punish no what be that no yeah to abayi me ba wakasa me tie let me talk let me yeah to abayi na say obi misbehave president na be win no ono mo punish nipa no be ana want to American say ye kwato aba president Akufo-Addo so aba na ne yes ata no onye president and obi kofa ballot box
and we win a president
and a president Akufo-Addo anwene into we say was president Akufo-Addo na kwache ne punish no
yes under his watch
Ghana for that was me that
no because we
because Ghana for him say any speaker but no person say speaker a prosi but sata mu hu kwan de asrafo e ko scatter parliament you see the logic let me tell you something honorable
yeah but to so aba as speaker nipa bia ye aniamo ebi de won abutubutu manufa na say ya to aba na wie no aba speaker e say wo back committee global set committee say let us probe what happened during the election that's not okay
manufa ni sibai Eric koso
speaker anka so ultimate the motion buffalo
want me for motion buffalo
maybe say when our parliamentarian
speaker to me personally to me move
good
but he can direct
you see let me tell you something let me tell you see why I'm asking you me I'm not a member of parliament but oh let me talk
speaker move
wa mananka saw koso Eric
saying what be some question I have to answer him okay speaker can direct say a committee should be set up
let me leave MP on no MP or the mama yin free okra na menko what happened yesterday ni nyina ye leadership na you see speaker here and mo say mo friend the phone so a won fai oko Dubai na mo friend oko Dubai yetia e na mo be kasa abonten say mo de ne sika o de kosa no ho yare na abeto abonten oba mo ko challenge nyano mo na na mo speaker ya speaker honorable with all due respect
no I friend intino oba ye friend on fa and how about say because Dubai man friend intino resign period
money
because you are serving Ghana not MPP
speaker ya party ye can asem ono an ekotena ase a o take decision a Joe Wise ne yansam nyina mu osan ko revoke ana akoye den okọ bogu ye den de buy eti eno ade na wanye the same thing so that's no onye speaker like that me say I'm telling you something they should dare the Joe Wise here now they should dare so be Joe Wise on kotoaba akoba to pepe and not to no akoba to pepe ade na want to na mo fe say be jeja mo say you see earlier we jam entina mu ni saga
but say
majority is not in majority in parliament
I don't support the no
some of us don't support some of these things. But trust them now. Go for some mudu parliament. Mo dia we na 137 you feel no e be pass.
Ko pass e anyone.
E be cap operation no ni tutu ogun. Mo you should work on oh my God, mo via so work out we pass it. Who pass it?
Sika she nipa bottom and connection man for mo
other networks. Let me tell you.
Emra, Yesika,
NDC the VAT.
Ghana, for your 1.7.